Woo! The legendary offseason of 2020 continues. What's up, fam? How you doing? I know you're feeling good, right? You feeling healthy? All right? Doing everything we're supposed to be doing. Congratulations to Kendrick Bourne. He signed a tender for 1 year. He is officially going to return next year. Big show! How many years me and Big Show been going round and round about Kendrick Bourne? Well, boy still survives. I love getting behind players that people consider underdogs. I consider them underdogs that people have condemned and traded and cut. Hey, but honestly, they've even though I get to be talking crap after I get through being right, all right, but we're benefiting. I mean, come on. We're a Super Bowl team, and I do not consider last year, the more I think about it, the more I consider what happened last year complete perspective. They had no business going that far to begin with, and they did, which tells you this team is way ahead of schedule. Not behind, no decline. They're coming back. They're going to kick more butt. They're going to own this league for the next 4 to 5 years easily, especially with the wisdom they've got in the front office from Kyle Shanahan and let me mention John Lynch's name first. And Kyle Shanahan. But they put their heads together a lot. Martin Mayhew. I keep wondering how long we get Adam Peters. How long do we get to keep these guys is my fear. Because they're part of all this winning formula. Parag, Jed, make sure he gets. That's Jed's good buddy, though. Parag's never going to leave Jed. So, Parag's like his vice president anyway. Family, his headlines are, could Matty B be the odd man of the 49ers room out? Should I put it this way? Odd man. Could Matty B be the odd man out of the 49ers running back room? No, this is the thing. Because it wasn't long ago that most of us felt Jerick McKinnon, the Jet, get him out of here. We got our guys. See, I thought that too. As much as I want to see Jerick McKinnon, because a lot of people don't want to see, I want to know, and I'm still curious. I'm very excited about this. I don't want that at the expense of Matty B. But I'm very excited about this because I have been wondering, Kyle, you went after this guy. You outbid others. What is it? I like him too. I've seen him briefly, and I know I've seen what he did in Minnesota. But why are you so fascinated with this guy? I want to know. It looks like if he's, but as it is, Jerick McKinnon was supposed to be the 49ers roster casually this offseason, according to most. A lot of us, J.M. has missed the past 2 seasons due to injury and hasn't taken a regular season snap since signing a 4-year deal way back in 2018. And 2 years ago, it ain't played. It's a long time to be getting paid. McKinnon made some money. Good job if you could get it, right? $16 million. Kicking back relaxed. Of course, he probably wasn't. He's probably been nervous the whole time. As you know, the Niners reworked McKinnon's contract, though, this offseason, freeing up salary cap space and essentially turning it into a 1-year deal. That will allow the 49ers coaches and execs to give Jet one more chance to prove he can be the weapon they envisioned when they brought him in. That's why I kept trying to tell you, man, ain't nobody going to be paying nobody $16 million and good luck. That was never going to happen. They were probably going to keep McKinnon another year, let him heal up. Because this is just not a donation. You don't be donating $16 million. Cut your losses, be damned. Get his butt out here, and he's going to do something for me. So, I knew that was going to happen. I kind of did. So execs and Jed probably out there watching, too, as he's going through drills, seeing what does he look like. My dad's still pissed off about that. Let's see what he looks like. Go ahead, get him out there. Anyway, 49ers insider Matt Miyako wrote in a recent mailbag article for NBC Sports Bay Area, quote, Jerick McKinnon gives the Niners something they previously lacked, a legitimate route runner and third down option out of the backfield. If he's healthy, McKinnon will have a spot on the team. It's as simple as that. He just has skills we've not seen. It has nothing to do with the fact that he hasn't played as much as it does what he brings to the table. You have to put that in the equation. You can't just say, get him out of here. He's a bust because he hasn't played. Injuries do this to players in the NFL every dang year. You just don't know until you see him perform. J-Dub, Eric Armstead, just to name a couple. This is what happens when you let these guys heal. And if you get lucky and they play the whole season, you then know what you're talking about as far as is this guy any good or not. Immediately, the question, though, comes from Matt Mioko's statement. Where does that leave the remaining running backs? The Niners won't carry 5 into the regular season. We're probably pretty much aware of that. Haim the Dream was the team's leading rusher and most consistent back during the breakout 2019 campaign, unlike anybody's ever seen before. Good God, he came out of a bag. He is frigging awesome. I know he's pretty good, but good God, Haim. Much of Tevin Coleman's contract became fully guaranteed April the 1st. And if he weren't part of the plan for 2020, the Niners probably would have released him before this past week, which would have produced no dead money. You got to do these things intelligently. Don't be just cutting people or whatever just anytime you want to. Everything has to be done in a strategic fashion so it doesn't damage the team. The Niners entered 2019 with 3 running backs on the 53-man roster. Adding McKinnon to the mix gives you a 3-player group. That leaves Matty B and Jeff Wilson Jr. One of the 2 running backs, however, has more experience and trade value, and I think you know who that is. Michael continues, quote, Matt Breida did not have a role in the offense to end the season. Yeah, how'd you interpret that? I figured he was in Kyle's doghouse for sure at that point. This is the Super Bowl, Kyle. You're not going to let him play? What's going on? You guys got some kind of issue, don't you? That was pretty much confirmed in my mind. There is something wrong there between the two of them. I thought it was maybe somebody, some people said, Kyle knows he's extra prone. He's going to hold him out till the Super Bowl in the playoffs. I bought into that one. I wanted to believe that one. I was hoping that one was true. Wasn't. The club placed a second-round tender on Matty B as a restricted free agent. But you can be sure the 49ers would be willing to trade his rights for a lower-round draft pick. Right now, Breida is most likely to find himself on another team to open the season. Now, that's according to Matt Miyako. Also, Miyako is feeling is a sentiment shared by another Miners insider with that same first name, Matt Barrows. Barrows of The Athletic also envisions a scenario where Breida starts the 2020 season on another roster. This is kind of sad. This is what I'm saying. It's hard to really, as a fan, you cannot, there's no way to block your feelings for players. I like this guy a lot. His story, his family, everything about him, you just pull for him. And now it's football. All of a sudden rears its evil, nasty face. The picture's looking dim for Mrs. Breida's baby boy fam. And for a while, the fan favorite. A lot of people like Matty B. Niners recently placed a second-round tender on B, giving the team the first right to match any competing offer. Should the 49ers opt not to do so, the interested team would need to surrender a second-round pick to sign Matty B. So, you got to put the price up there really high. Of course, Barrows also recently quoted this. He said, I thought it would be the original round tender, just given their depth at running back. But the second round tender was sort of a signal that they knew that there were other teams that would be sniffing around Breida. Ostensibly, they know the teams that are interested in him. Remember we heard about the Eagles last year, and everybody said, nah, yeah, maybe. Barrows adds, quote, I don't know what they would get for him. It might not be a second rounder, and you can assume it wouldn't be because that team would just sign him away and give the 49ers a second rounder if that were the case. But I think the 49ers would take less than take less than that for him, a third or fourth rounder perhaps, unquote. My. Our life of running back can change within the blink of an eye. So we're going to see now, what if 49ers don't get any offers for Matty B? They're just going to release him outright? Well, that's what teams are going to. That's what teams are going to push for. The running back in today's NFL is valued, but only a handful of them are really, really extremely valued. You know, you had Gurley, Zeke, Kamara over in New Orleans. Of course, Kamara hasn't had a season like he had last year. He's going to find himself in trouble. You know, you can take a few minutes to name all the running backs in the league that are taken real seriously. It's a passing league now, right? So with what Kyle Shanahan's doing, he's sort of bucking the trend, and we're running all over teams. And by the way, it's pretty interesting. An article I checked out. You know, we've always been blaming Jimmy G for the passing game and Kyle running the ball all the time, when really it had more to do with the receivers. I mean, I don't feel like getting all into that because it's too much to explain. A lot of people are going to not accept it anyway. But a lot of it did. You know, Kyle came down to 3 receivers after he got through weeding out the guys he didn't like, right? Sanders, of course, Debo, Kendrick. Everybody else was more of a problem than they were helping the team. Now, this is why I wonder, and somebody also wrote, does Jimmy G really need a number 1 receiver? If indeed, the fact of the matter is, if Trent Taylor does come back, they've got a trio right there. Taylor has no problem working with Jimmy G. George Kittle's always going to be the number 1 target, fam. That's just pretty much the bottom line. Even if they pick up Judy, this is George Kittle's team. We'll see, though, because they still need somebody to rebound and take some of the pressure off of George. But I don't know what a team could do. George Kittle's actually a very, if you're going to pick if George Kittle if we knew what we know about George Kittle right now going into the draft, George Kittle would probably be in the top 5 picks next year. The guy is just unbelievable. So he will continue to be the focal point for Jimmy G anyway. Trent Taylor will probably fall in line behind him. Everybody else, including Debo, will probably be the rest. Now, Jalen Hurts comes in and proves himself. Now you've got this one other kid. This is why Jerry Jeudy is as, if you checked out all the mock drafts, where's Jerry Jeudy going? Yeah, he's going to Las Vegas. So the Raiders, and when you see everybody say Jerry Jeudy or whatever players going to a team, I mean, try to find a mock draft that Judy's not going to Oakland. I know, right? It's going to be hard. I call the Chargers San Diego forever, too. Try to find a mock draft. You do link me up on social media, of course, Ronbo Sports. I never change the name anywhere. Send me that link. I want to read it. I have looked through over 15 mocks, every last one of them. NFL Network, ESPN. Everybody has Jeudy going to the Raiders. You're not going to get him. You know what? If I had my way, Taylor, Debo, Bourne. That's a 3, right? Taylor, Bourne. Who did I leave out? Yeah, I think I'd go ahead and go with I'm going to take Ruggs because Ruggs adds that one ingredient that they don't have in that group, right? I know Judy's get this, says he's all that in a bag of chips, but every time I watch Ruggs tape, I see this dude is he's like DK Metcalf, but better. See, that deep bomb strongman threat, I just like it. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We will find out in a few weeks anyway. Hey, fam, where's for there, Brian Duckett, who would want Matt Breida is the question. I know, right? We're going to find out. I wonder what they're going to do with him if they don't. Nobody wants him. Corey McGlinchey, big aloha from the Big Island of Carson. What's up, Corey? Corey's got to rename the Big Island. It used to be someplace else. Now it's in Carson. I like that. David Lee, Justin Jefferson at 13, and Raekwon Davis at 31. Enough said. All right, David. Mr. Block Eyes 2 says, I don't want Breida to leave. IDK, if McKinnon can stay healthy, plus my fear is that Breida will sign to the Sea Chickens. They do need a running back. You know, it's funny. You're right. Because the Hawks got about, 10, 11 running backs? None of them ever survive a season. Ever. They always end up like they did last year. That's just crazy. I don't know what they're doing there, but they're worse than we are when it comes to running backs being destroyed. David Cantu, I'm so hyped. My comments are showing up. Love the show. I'm like, hey, thanks, David. This is P.S. I wanted Hopkins so bad. Yeah. These guys, those high-priced guys, they're not going to be in San Francisco. We got to raise our own. We got to find one. And that's the thing. Find your own number one guy. Is it Lossa Tutube? I gotta be careful when people put their names out there. Sometimes it's a trick, and I say things like, you know the dude who had the auntie, right? Anyway, he says, I knew someone had to go when they brought back Jay Wilson. Added to the fact that Matt was on special teams versus in the backfield. I know, right? Kyle just went all the way mad. Just poor Matty B. Hey, check out, see what Phil has to say about today's situation. Phil! You feel...
You there?
I'm right here, Phil. Come on in, man.
All right. Well, here's the take on Matty B. He's an insurance policy.
Okay.
If McKinnon can't make it, then Matty B's on the squad. I think they keep Matty B all the way up through preseason and see if McKinnon can hold out. The other guy I wouldn't be so assured about is Trevin Coleman.
See,
my
same sentiment.
Got $2 more million. He's got $2 more million on his contract, which is none of it's guaranteed. So if he gets cut,
dead money.
It's more money in our coffers. So,
but the thing is, Phil, they had to do it before April 1st. Now there will be dead money, so that residue could be a problem.
No, not for these guys.
For Coleman, because
they get cut at the end of preseason.
Everything's canceled.
Doesn't go against the cap.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So they gave him a second round tender, but none of it's guaranteed.
Yeah. Hey, Trevin Coleman's contract is guaranteed after April 1st. If you cut him now,
Phil, that's true.
It only saves $2 million.
Yeah, I just read that.
Sorry, I just have to interject that one.
Yeah, there's dead money. If you're going to get rid of Coleman, you need to do it before last week. Anyway, but go ahead. What else?
Shanahan doesn't go into a season without plan A, plan B, plan C. And I think Breida's plan B. And then, if somebody's running back goes down during preseason, he's also trade bait. So, and also you could trade Trevin Coleman. There's nothing stopping you from that.
Yeah, at least you get something in return.
So,
yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, you get a draft choice or see the future or whatever. But, there's a lot of things they can do. I think Marquise Grissom is more a trade bait for the draft in case somebody doesn't get a wide receiver.
Marquise
and I'm almost, including us, if we don't get a wide receiver, then we keep Goodwin. If we do, then Goodwin's trade bait for a fifth round or, something down in the later rounds.
See, Phil, Phil, I just want you to compare thoughts on this one. This is why I have a feeling Ruggs is the target. If Ruggs is picked up, Goodwin may be out.
I think it's going to mostly depend on who's available at 13.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If Ruggs is gone, Ruggs is gone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then you keep Goodwin because I'm telling you, Kyle needs that speed guy.
Hey, don't get enamored. Don't get too enamored with pure speed in the 40.
No, the fact is, you see him on.
Judy ran a 4.4.
Yeah,
and that's plenty fast enough to get behind defensive backs. So
yeah, but does it put him on alert? What I'm saying is this: I've seen Judy on the field. He's got football speed. The way he pulls away from the field is kind of crazy. So I'm saying I'll bet you Kyle's impressed with that. And the guy's a brute. He's running down the field at that speed. That's something I think Kyle's looking at. But it could be Judy. But Judy's not coming to us. Raiders got him wrapped up in every mock draft. And, I mean, maybe outside of the continental US.
I think the Raiders may go corner at
they should.
At 12.
God.
They go corner at 12, and then they go wide receiver at 19.
Yeah, but you're not going to get Judy at 19, and they know that. You could get a corner at 19.
But I'd say they'd pass on and go for Mims or someone like that at 19. You know, they need a corner as bad as they need a wide receiver. And the corners are going to be all gone by 19.
I agree.
The good ones.
I agree.
So,
they are the Raiders.
You know, they got the Cowboys in front of them. They need a corner. Mm-hmm. Atlanta needs a corner. So, and I could honestly see the same scenario for us. We could draft a corner and then wait for a wide receiver at 31.
Phil, if Okudah, for some miracle, were to drop to 13, all your hopes and dreams about a wide receiver are over. Okudah's coming.
No, we'll just get one at 31, and hopefully Mims gets down that far. But, you know, it's a crapshoot. I mean, obviously. I also did some scenarios around. I don't see us trading back at 13. I just don't see any team having the capital to
be giving it up.
Giving it up with all the the point standard and meeting the points required to move up. I just I can't see Denver or Miami or Dallas or any of those teams having the points. But I did do some scenarios at 31, and I'm looking at that Indy pick. They got 34 and 122, which almost comes right in the number of points-wise. And then I was looking at Detroit at 35 in the second round.
Yeah.
And then 149 and 166.
No, Phil, we're going to get into the draft later in the week. But listen, I'm gonna see you. I think I'm only going to take another day and come on back because things are picking up here as far as activity in Santa Clara. All right. So
all right, man. So anyway, I'm just saying that I think Breida is just a insurance policy.
Yeah.
In case one of the running backs can't go.
I got a feeling, him and Goodwin. But anyway, we'll talk about that. All right, Phil. Phil, have a good night,
all right, man.
All right.
Later.
Oh, God. Hey, Jimmy Jam. Jimmy, got it?
Yeah. There we are. What's going on?
Jimmy, man, I'm getting ready to say goodbye. I'm already looking at it. Man, I think Matty B is out of here. And everybody's been speculating. We saw how he was just really treated so badly the last few weeks of the season on into the Super Bowl. Kyle just put him out of anything he was doing. It was Dante Pettis was number one of Don't Even Talk to Me. And then Matty B was number two, Don't Even Talk to Me. I said, man, Kyle, those guys, man. I understand Dante, but Matty B, give him one more shot. Kyle didn't do it.
Well,
so anyway.
We all like Matty B, though. I mean,
I know.
He
was doing so well.
You and we can't wait to see McKinnon. I want to see what McKinnon can do.
I know. I want it. Kyle, he's usually a good judge of talent. He went all out to get McKinnon. He outbid other teams. They've waited around for 2 years, didn't even consider cutting him, just restructured his contract. But when he sat down and restructured his contract, he said, Matt, you've made a lot of money. It's about time you paid the piper, okay? I'm going to restructure your contract, because we want to keep you around because we're dying to see what you got. And then they went from there, and here he comes. $16 million richer, hadn't done a thing. He's still got a contract for this year. They'll probably extend him again next year if he does well. Everything's working for him.
Well, you got to look through McKinnon's eyes, though. He's sitting there on the sideline saying, I got this rotation in front of me. Like, I'm not going to be taking all the downs. We just went to the Super Bowl. Man, I got it made. He's made all this money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get him on the field.
Got to.
I think he's ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
And Jamie, you got to see this guy run routes. If I were to put Trent Taylor and Jerick McKinnon in a bunch set aside, it's going to screw a defense up. He runs routes as good as any slot corner or slot receiver. Well, and if you see Vikings
especially
films,
if we got the speed over the top, and then the underneath with the linebackers, they're going to be in trouble.
That's what I'm talking about. Strategically, Jeudy, yes, he is a superior wide receiver, but Ruggs, watch clips on that dude. I'm watching him go down the field. Say, damn, he's pulling away from the pack like they're standing still. I think his speed may be underrated. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think he can go a little bit faster.
He doesn't need to. I think he was galloping down the field, pulling away. Go ahead.
You've been looking at all of the draft mock drafts.
Yeah, I went through all of them.
Have you been noticed? They've been doing a bunch of group things.
Yeah, like I haven't seen this.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Oh yeah, that's what I just said. Every group you see has got Jerry Jeudy. They may as well fit him in a Raider uniform now. He's already in. Yes. Damn, all of you guys agree Judy's going to the Raiders?
Never get him sized out. Yeah. Yeah, and I seen Ruggs going to. I seen everybody saying that we're trading out of 13 too now.
Well, 13. You mean we're already at 13? Well, everybody has us taking CD.
Yeah, they say we're trading out.
Oh, we're trading out of 13. Yeah, because everybody has us taking CD at 13. I said, oh, really? I mean, I like Lim. I don't know if that's Kyle's guy. Anyway, yeah. But you see a lot of people have us trading out of 13 because I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. I've seen one with Ruggs going to the Raiders, and then us noticing that we trade out. I've seen lots of them like that. It's all groupthink, though. They're all the same.
Yeah.
So we gotta wait and see.
Yeah.
The other day when you said when you said that you and a bunch of people were on Ruggs, you left me out, and I was like, oh man.
No, Jamie, I didn't
left me out of that.
Oh, Judy's got everybody's love. I think he is fantastic. Make no mistake, he can play. He's going to be tough. I just think for Kyle, he's not going to be. That's not what he really needs. He needs somebody to open that field up. Ruggs will definitely open that field up.
I watched Jeudy, man. He uses his eyes and he looks one way and then he'll cut back the other way. I mean, he's really good.
His moves are ridiculous. He's got a dead leg move on his route. He can stop and go on a dime and get back to high. He's amazing, no doubt.
Yeah. What's that guy on Good Morning Football?
Strager?
Anyway, Burleson or whatever?
Oh, Burleson's another one, yeah. Nate, yeah.
Yeah. Nate. Yeah, he likes Jeudy.
Yeah. Everybody loves Jeudy. Everybody loves Jeudy. So you'll never find anybody except for Chris Sims who doesn't like Jeudy. But Chris Sims may be running interference for Kyle.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. You and I got to hope that they like Jeudy so that we get Ruggs.
Yeah, because I looked at other teams, and it's pretty clear to me that the picks the other teams are going to pick up, they do need those picks. Jamie, how many years have we been wanting that sexy wide receiver or corner or something like that in the early rounds? With me, it was running backs. I wanted Christian McCaffrey. I was so far out of line back in 2017, but you can't have those guys until you build a foundation from which they can work. Now, if you don't have a frontline defense or your offensive line sucks, there's no point in picking up those guys. They're not going to prosper. So, okay.
No.
But now...
That's what those guys have been working on the last 5 years when we've been wanting the number one guy, you know?
Yeah. They got it now, Jamie.
Yeah.
So, I think...
all right, well, you're going to be back in 2 days?
Yeah. In fact, if something happens crazy tomorrow, I might be back tomorrow. So, all right. Good stuff, Jamie.
Okay, I'll hit you up then.
Be looking for you. Have a good night, fam. This is great. Going out quickly to New Jersey. James! Oh! So good to hear from you, James! I was worried about you. I said, where's James? We haven't talked to him in, a week, 2 weeks nearly? It never happens.
Yeah.
And I've been keeping in mind what's going on in New Jersey and New York. Oh, no, not James. You're all right, aren't you?
Yeah, thanks be to God, man. Me and my family, we're surviving.
Good.
So far, we've been okay, and I wish the same for everybody. People calling in, the Niner Empire, the Niner family, just be strong and realize we got to adjust our lives to different way of living for a while, but we can still get through it.
Yeah.
Change is good. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you, man, this wide receiver group is so. I know that Kyle has to go off and just think to himself of the different receivers that are in this draft, and I'm gonna tell you, to me, Ruggs and Judy, they are in a class by themselves. Judy is such a well-rounded route runner that this guy, and he's got that juke type of move with him where every time he catches the ball, he still finds a way to juke a defender and wind up still getting 3.5, 4 yards on the same play.
He's good.
And then here it is. Ruggs has got that Olympian speed and just a phenomenal athlete as well. And and then there's another receiver. I think his name is Brian Ayuk.
AIU, yeah.
AIU something. Yeah,
Yeah.
but this kid here, he's right there pretty much in the top 5, like maybe even sitting right there in the middle at number 3. To me now, but
you're right. He's another tough guy, similar to Ruggs with speed. Yeah. These are the guys.
Whoever it is, I mean, I would say that probably the best, to me, if Ruggs is there, we need to take him. If Judy is there and Ruggs is gone, we need to take Judy because this is what I've seen in this kid time in and time out. Now, Ruggs also has, I think it's 20-something completions for over 20 yards, that he has almost 20-something touchdowns off of them completions as well because of the speed.
Well, and the strength, James. This guy is like Debo with speed. That's why it's intriguing. Yeah, he's going to beat you up.
It's really intriguing. It's really, and I think we're going to be just fine because I think somebody is going to rise out the ashes between Hurd and Taylor. I really do. But I do think we got some people who are going to be exiting, probably Pettis and Marquise Goodwin.
Matty
Kyle
B.
is trying to figure out a trade. And Matty B too, probably.
Yeah, Matty B. It seems like
he's just an insurance policy.
Yeah, it's picking up on him. Damn, I like him.
Because well, if we get back, a healthy Jerick McKinnon, and we know what we got in Mostert, and then they signed Jeff Wilson, and I think they're going to give Wilson a bigger role this year also, and so it's going to be interesting. It really is,
Hey, can I?
Yeah, fam, hold on. when we interrupt people like that, we get chaos. Hold on, you'll get your shot in a minute. But go ahead, James.
Yeah, so I think they signed Wilson Jr. and I think they're going to give him a bigger role. So I mean, if they do the numbers crunching, I do believe that somebody's going to be going.
Yeah,
because they still got some young draft picks they're going to have to sign.
Yeah, see, and James, when you look at the wide receiver room, you look at Dante Pettis, who's now clearly on thin ice. He's got to produce something. He's got to show him something. Also, you wonder what is the thinking on Richie? Nobody really talks about Richie.
That's a real question mark. I mean, because this kid is talented, man. I don't know whether he runs the wrong route, but I do know whenever they go to him, he is basically open. Got great separation skills. He doesn't have mind-blowing speed, but he's forever open. And he's consistent with catching the ball. I don't know how they don't go to him more, but that's what I've seen.
Man.
So.
I always feel like he got cheated. He should have got more shots. When he did get in the game, he usually got something done. But Kyle just wouldn't call his number.
Did. Yeah. He did. I don't know what it is, but I know one thing for sure: he's consistent. He's not gonna outrun most defenders, but he's always consistent in being open and catching a ball. So we'll see. But I think this year is gonna be a real defining time because it'll be Jimmy's second year
Yeah.
as a full starter, hopefully, and that makes a big difference with that playbook of Kyle Shanahan.
God, and especially the embarrassment he suffered. I bet he can't wait to get back out on the field. James, you know what really worries me, though? They're not getting enough off-season time together. This is going to be valuable time. I'm a little worried about, it's not going to hurt the vets, but they could be polishing on what they got from last year.
You know one thing, though, Ronbo? I'm going to tell you, man, with the readjustments in life, they got nothing better to do but to stay grounded and train. It's every man. Your craft.
I think it just be together.
I know but you need a chemistry to be together, and hopefully we're going to find that some way or another. But, it's also great things could come out of it with people still being at home and working out. They even work out more harder and study harder.
Because you got to push yourself. That's right. James, we got to stop.
That's it, man.
All right, Rambo. All right, I'll be looking for you shortly. I'm not sure, maybe tomorrow, but definitely the next day. All right.
All right, man. Thanks again. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Keep everybody in your prayers, man.
Thanks, fam. You too. Take care now. All right. Night, James.
Late in England, man.
Okay, was that Jack? But Jack, we can't just interrupt James. James is royalty. Come on, man. And you are too. But we got you. What's up? Jack lost his connection. Jack!
I'm on, baby. I'm on.
Oh, hey. Well, come on in, Jack. When I go, Jack. Jack!
Talk about tonight, man. I got to tell you something. I love this quarantining, and you motherfuckers might hate me, but I got a song for you bitch asses tonight with your whining ass. Listen to this before we start the conversation. Let's save that money, Ronbo.
Jack. We got it. Jack, did you wake up and have a cocktail for breakfast? Come on. And Jack, by the way, you're in your speakerphone. It's kind of hard to hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Listen, man, let's save that money. Let's save that money. Let's be excited. You know what? This is the best time. Whether you're broke, you're rich, you know what? We're all on vacation right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's chill out with the family, have a great time, and do our thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. It would be way more pleasant.
With the number 13 pick, I told your bitch asses already, we get Javon Kinlaw because that defense got us to the goddamn Super Bowl. We're going to solidify that. Why? Because I told you why. Just like I told you 2 years ago when Matt Breida, I told you homeboy McKinnon got hurt. I was the only guy. If you go back, the tape don't lie. I know my homeboy that I call with the hot sauce. Who's the guy with the hot sauce again? I forgot his name. My boy, what's his name?
You said hot sauce?
Oh. The Louisiana hot sauce. Remember when he was on point in 2016
Go hard?
Go hard. My boy, Go hard. Listen, you know what I'm saying? I remember what I said. Listen, go back. The tape don't lie. He loves recording this shit. Listen, I'm the only guy that said Matt Breida is better than Jerick McKinnon, and he showed out that year when he came out when we first signed him. I'm the only guy you could go back to preseason a couple weeks before the season. Anyways, Javon Kinlaw, let's go and get the defense rolling because guys like Denzel Mims, like I told you, Laviska Shenault is going to fall because of his injury, because the Mims is route running, because other things. Now you're going to put all your money on this guy because he got speed, or all your money on this guy because he got route running. If he ain't CD Lamb, I don't want to hear it. Honestly, Ronbo, how you feeling? Talk to me, man.
No,
I know it's time limited.
You know what, Jack, as a matter of fact, most mock drafts have CD coming to Santa Clara. I can't even argue. I don't know. That's a lot of people thinking CD's on his way.
Somebody's so goddamn dumb because they've been listening on to me. I don't understand what the hell's going on. Arizona is going to get CD Lamb, and they're going to shock everybody. Yeah. And then from that point, everybody's going to panic and say, "Oh, we got to get the next best guy," and they're going to think that's Jerry Jeudy because he's a good route runner, but that's where he is. I'm just letting you know his blocking is blah blah blah, and a rug came off the line, and that's going to show up against these elite cornerbacks. So all I'm saying is let's go with the D line and get Kinlaw. And if it's not Kinlaw, we could get one of these top 3 receivers. I ain't mad at you, okay?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, quit being a bitch, you motherfucker.
Jack. Come on, Jack. Calm it down with the language, brah.
Jack, you need to learn football, son.
Hey, bro, get your weird ass off the phone calling everybody bitches and shit.
There's
We grown men up
kids,
in here,
Jack.
homeboy. Don't get down like that. Get your weird ass out of here, bro.
Okay, Jack. Jack's gonna sober up. Jack, I'm sorry, man. Jack, I need for you to try to control that. All right, Dre, come on in, man. Oh, God.
Man, bro. Oh, my God. The most obnoxious, annoying, drunk, weird.
Dre, don't make him come back. Come on now. All right, let's go to the next subject. Dre, let's get to the.
Saying, though, bro, you can't get on here calling everybody DITCH.
I know that was.
Men up in your home for those.
Yeah, Okay.
Good
anyway.
Lord. Oh.
Well, Dre, but Dre, I remember a few weeks ago you brought the stats on Matty B. I'm pretty sure you're right. I think Kyle, some of his judgment is being based behind Matty B's sudden inability to protect the ball.
Yeah. Ronbo, when you go from getting, 17 to 22 carries a game to playing on special teams,
you made somebody mad. Yeah.
Between Raheem Mostert and Jerick McKinnon, they both accounted for, I believe, McKinnon accounted for 9 throughout the season. He had 7 in the regular season, 2 in the playoffs, and I think Mostert accounted for like another 13
you about TC.
Yeah. Tevin Coleman and Mostert, Tevin Coleman accounted for 7 in the regular season, 2 in the playoffs. Mostert accounted for like another 13 or 14. I just don't see a use for a guy who had more fumbles than touchdowns. It's that. I think what did it was that last series in the playoffs, and I think we had like a minute and 39 left, and Breida fumbled. I think Kyle was just okay. It's a wrap, bro. Like,
Dre, here's the thing. When did it really start? Was it the Falcons game? I'm trying to.
It started in the first damn game. He had a fumble. He had a fumble in the first game against the Steelers, and then he had that screen pass that bobbled off his damn hands and went. True. But he was still getting reps. I mean, Mostert didn't really come fully into the picture until 2 or 3 more games, it seems. And then Mostert broke out, and they couldn't keep him off the field. Then you had the Rams game where he had one, and then he had one that was called. It was called back because they looked at the replay and his knee was on the ground, and then and then in the Falcons game he fumbled and they got the ball back and they scored the touchdown and they lost the game.
That was it. That was all. Shanahan was done.
Yeah,
I think that was it. Yeah, after the Falcons game.
Yeah, I think that was it, man. Yeah, but I think he's more of an insurance policy. If McKinnon comes back and his knee is not acting right in training camp, we can let him go and Breida will stay with the team. But he just better hope that McKinnon comes back and his knee ain't right, because if that knee is right, man, he can kiss the baby, man. I really think Breida's going to be going.
Boy, I can't imagine McKinnon's knee still being a problem. I got a feeling that's pretty much all the way healed up. So as much rest as that knee got and working out, that's 2 years. That's enough. He's fine.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Yeah. Another thing about Jalen Hurd. So Jalen Hurd, if you guys don't remember, there's an article that came out about 2 months ago. And I found out that he was actually cleared by his personal doctors. He just hasn't been cleared by the team doctors because after the Super Bowl, they had their exit interviews and then everything is shut down until camp. And, everybody's out of the office. So he just hasn't been able to be cleared by our team doctors because they haven't been in the office, and because of this COVID thing, they're not going to have any spring training or anything like that. So I think that was a pretty good sign. So I did some more research on that. And I reread that article. And he was cleared by his own personal doctor. He just wasn't cleared by our team doctor. So
it's good news. He needs Jalen Hurd, Dre, what really worries me, not having a preseason, not so much for the vets, because they know what they got to do to prepare for the league, and they know. I'm worried about guys like coming out of the draft, even Jalen Hurd to some degree. These guys need time to get ready for the season. You get your footwork and stuff ready, and OTAs and stuff like that, your playbook, all that stuff you're not going to be able to do. Rookies and players, and Jalen Hurd, for all intents and purposes, still a rookie. Man, these guys need that. I'm a little scared about that.
Yeah, I think everybody's on the easy playing ground because it's not like.
Yeah, well, then that's true.
But that's going to be able to train, and that team will be able to train. No, everybody's going to start at zero together. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily think that will be that much of a problem because everybody's going to have to face the same thing. Everybody is going to have to start at zero and train their guys up and skill them up as best as they possibly can. That's why it's very important not to go in this draft and just look at names. You have to look at the name and look at the system that guy was in. You have to see if this guy was a true freshman and played 3 or 4 years and been a starter. You got to see, what was he in the locker room? Can you give me articles to tell about his character? Was he a team captain? Was he a leader in the locker room? What system did he play? Did he flourish in the system? How many injuries did he have? All of that plays into account, man. I mean,
you can still conduct interviews. You can still conduct interviews over social media. I mean, like Skype and Zoom. I just wonder, man. You're right. Some of the things you're talking about, those are the things you got to talk to other people about. But I'm sure the 49ers are working on that. Dre, we got to go. Let me may not be back. Wow, I'm gonna be back as soon as possible. So I'll see you shortly. All right.
Yeah, don't even trip. We got the mock.
We got the Sunday coming. Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, man. So I'm not tripping, man. All right, man, shout out to the TNT fan, man. Show very fresh, Russo, Fred Potts, Will, my big brother, Big Body Rich, man. Hey, Jack, man, you need to chill out. All of that
he got up. He got up and had some beverage for breakfast. When he does that, we get what we got.
Oh yeah, and all of the Kinlaw fans. Hey, check this out. If you get a Kinlaw, you're gonna have a repeat of what we've seen this year with Buckner. Somebody's gonna have to go, and I'll be damned if it's folks.
No. Well, that's not gonna happen. All right, fam. All right, Jay.
All right.
Talk to you later. Yeah. Also, honestly, there is no way on God's green earth that Kinlaw is going to fall to 13. You want Kinlaw, you got to draft up. They're not going to do that. Kinlaw's already got 2 teams, some mock drafts have him, and they're in the top 10. Sharon.
Hello, Ronbo.
Sharon, how you doing tonight? As we're already singing, we're already doing a eulogy for Maddie B.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook that he could be the man out, so I don't know.
Sacrificial lamb. Tag.
I think Kyle and him kind of have a little beef with each other, I believe. That's what I'm feeling. It's like
I think you're
they
right.
had a little spatter argument, and Maddie B didn't probably like some of the things Kyle said to him, and I think that's why I think Breida might just choose to want to go, I believe.
Sharon, did I hear you say that you think Maddie B may have not appreciated some of the things Kyle said to him? Did you see? I've always wondered. Maddie B stands there with that stoic look on his face. He doesn't look bothered or anything like that. He's just sort of standing there, and he doesn't seem any emotions. Him and Kyle are not talking.
No,
he's not getting to the game.
He's just like a calmness, a composure.
Yeah, right.
Between them two, but I know there was some words exchanged back and forth, and I just think Breida is going to either be traded or
they're going to try
a policy like everybody else is saying. But I think Breida is probably having other teams look at him and stuff like that, and whatever they offer him, I feel like Breida is going to go because of the differences of opinions that Kyle and him are having. But I think there was an argument that escalated, I believe.
I think you're right. He doesn't look like the kind of guy that would sit there and argue with Kyle, though. It just doesn't look the part.
No, but I think if you push his buttons, you can really probably get him going. And I think Kyle probably pushed his buttons, and they pushed each other's buttons. And I think that's why, Kyle's looking for someone else, and when he finds that someone else, Breida's gone.
Well, he did.
But I think Breida's going to be gone before that. Yeah.
Sharon, have you ever known, you made me think of something there. You ever known a guy, even the girls too, that they never really have much to say? You don't see them getting into arguments with people or something like that, or they're really pretty much, you get some people who are just, their heart's always on their sleeve. But that guy or girl, when they do get upset, their whole character, their molecular structure just changes. You don't even know who they are anymore. I wonder if that's Matty B. Kyle jumped in and B came back at him.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know they're not on speaking terms at the moment, so I think, that's why Kyle is looking for a replacement, and once that replacement comes, Breida's out. Well, I don't think it's going to be a policy or anything like that. I think Lynch and Kyle knows what they're looking for, or they have an eye on somebody already. That's what I believe.
Well, they're going to have three guys. If Jerick McKinnon is fine, they got three. And you probably don't want any more than that. I just hope. I don't want to see him running in Seattle.
I hope he don't go. I'd rather see him go to the Cowgirls than Seattle.
I want him in the AFC.
Seattle.
Put him in the AFC somewhere. Where can we put Matty B?
Or maybe the Raiders, because that's normally where our leftovers go, is the Raiders anyway. So maybe he can look good in gray and black. So.
But that might change, because it was a convenience thing before. Guys don't want to move their residence. Mm-hmm. So if the Raiders say, listen, you ain't got to move, you just drive across the bridge and you're still at home. Mm-hmm. Really? You guys get off your contract? You got it. All right. See, now that's not the case. Nobody wants to go to Vegas.
No.
They're going to get beat.
No.
So, Sharon, it's the Rams. No, the Rams don't have any money, do they? I don't know where he's going to go.
I think the Rams are pretty much broke.
They can't.
I think he could go to the Cowboys, maybe the Bucks, maybe he could go to Tampa.
Cowboys got a good backup.
Pay him good money. Yeah.
Tampa.
Somewhere. No? Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You can go play with Tom Brady.
Tampa. Who's a running back? Don't they have a pretty good running back in Tampa? Not really.
I think they just No.
Well.
So that's fit somewhere. We'll just have to keep an eye out on that. But I have a feeling that, Matt is going to be gone and no more 49er. I have that feeling. But I'll miss him. But, it's business. Business is business.
Nature of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a problem not falling in love with players? I tell you, I get every year.
I get so attached to them, and then it's like, why even go buy a jersey when they're not on the team anymore?
I know, right? I mean, you can buy quarterbacks usually have especially if they're a franchise quarterback, they're going to be for a while. But I'm still mad at Reuben Foster. God, Reuben, why did you do that? Okay. It's okay. We got a good running back core, and we're going to be fine.
And I also heard, too, about everybody on Facebook talking about Frank Gore or Walker.
Coming back, I know.
Bring them back to them. That ain't true. Y'all need to give that up.
Frank's going to play another team.
But okay, Ronbo.
All right, Jerome. I'll see you in a couple of days. All right?
All right. You have a good night. Bye.
Thanks. You too. Bye. Hey, $1 bill. Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Well, I tell you, man, I think I'm getting ready to say goodbye to Matty B. Anybody can give a second-round pick, but they don't have to. The 49ers will entertain a third- and fourth-round pick, I'm pretty sure. And I guess that's the end of that. Will, my attachment is he was with us when we was being flushed down the toilet every other 5 minutes. And he was still in there playing hard and getting some things done. I remember they was carrying him off the field. His leg was just hanging off him. And he'd come back a few minutes later and run off another 10 yards, 15-yard run. See, all of a sudden, it's rough. I know, Big Show, Ronbo, I've told y'all about getting attached to players. How do you feel about that? God.
Well, Matty B has been a solid player for us for a couple of years now, but for some reason this particular past season, he kind of fell off a little bit. Yeah, and that kind of concerned Kyle. So I mean,
Deeply.
I mean, in my opinion, I really don't know. I really don't know what they're gonna do with him. Um, it's just that I know Kyle was very pissed off with him the latter part of the season, also into the playoffs with his fumbling and all of that. So I mean, I really don't know. He could be gone. He could be the odd man out. I mean, Coleman. I think Coleman's not going anywhere because he signed a 2-year, $10 million deal. He's up on his last year of his contract. What's the point of cutting him now? You know, and you got Jeff Wilson, who's proven himself to be the bell cow when it's goal line situation and whatnot. Then you got Jerick McKinnon. Y'all guys got to realize. I mean, this situation is deeper than what it is. When Kyle Shanahan became the head coach of the 49ers, he wanted Jerick McKinnon right away. 49ers and the Jets had a bidding war for him. And in case y'all forgot, Kyle stated that Jerick McKinnon, he wanted to put his offense around Jerick McKinnon.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to install his system in Santa Clara around Jerick McKinnon. But the unfortunate happened and he hurt himself. So I mean, to some people they say, well, it's not fair for Matt Breida to be on the out the door when you got Jerick McKinnon who hurt himself. He should be out the door. I know it sounds unfair, but that's the reason. Jerick McKinnon, Kyle implemented an offense in San Francisco for Jerick McKinnon. So Jerick McKinnon, it's up to Jerick McKinnon to stay healthy and prove himself this season. If he gets hurt again, then yeah, Kyle's gonna give him his walking papers. So, but yeah, I mean, I really don't know. They may keep Breida, they may not, but I know the rest of them guys, they proven themselves. Mostert, Coleman, and Jeffrey Wilson. They solid. So Matty B, if Matty B stays on his team, he's gonna have to redeem himself. Like he's gonna have to. But that's it in a nutshell. So I really don't know.
Did you ever hear with Sharon? Was there a heated exchange between? Did you ever hear anything about that going on between Kyle and Matty B?
No, I never heard nothing like it. I mean, I'll be on my social media all day, every day, just refreshing, seeing if any news pop up or whatnot. And I haven't seen any reports of him and Kyle having exchanged words. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who told you that, but I don't think that's true at all because I would have been saw it. So I don't think so. But but yeah, man. Moving on to the draft, man. Like I said, man, I'm sticking with Ken Law at 13, man. Y'all gotta listen, man. Y'all stick on these big names, man. Y'all know y'all haven't seen every Arkansas game. Y'all haven't seen y'all haven't seen.
I'll admit to that.
Y'all haven't seen all these. Y'all haven't seen these players play all season. Y'all just going off with a hype in them saying. Y'all just seeing a top name on the top of the mountaintop, and y'all just want that guy. But y'all worry about the name.
If it'll make you feel better, Big Show got fact checked by Trey, and he says there's nothing wrong with Kinlaw. He's got no tendonitis issues.
Man, Kinlaw, man, I'm telling you, man, the San Francisco 49ers identity is defense. It's defense. And with Buckner gone, you gotta find somebody to fill that void. We got enough run stoppers on the defensive line. We need a piece to add into the pass rush. And when you bring Kinlaw into the equation, man, it's gonna be epic when you see that defensive line.
I understand.
Two fouls again.
We fully comprehend the fact that you really dig Kinlaw, but listen, how you gonna get him? Do you really think he's gonna drop to 13?
Yeah.
How come?
Yeah.
I got mock drafts. I got him going to 3 different teams in the top 10. Jacksonville, who was it? I saw his name over and over. He's one name that's moving around. Between him and that other dude, DT, what's his name? Anyway, Kinlaw dropping to 13. Boy, I tell you, Will, that's going to be tough.
Man, you got so many teams up front that's gonna want offensive teams. Kinlaw gonna fall right in the lap. And if you can't get Kinlaw, get Derek Brown.
That's the name I'm talking about. Derek Brown and Kinlaw are the hottest defensive tackles in the draft in the top first round.
Ronbo, he gonna fall. He gonna fall. Trust me.
Right.
Both of them. They're gonna fall in our lap. Man,
and I
so
tell
many
you,
wide receivers. It's
really?
so many wide receivers in the draft. Only reason y'all itching and scratching and biting for a wide receiver is because Emmanuel Sanders is gone. We've been winning games before he even came.
Well, that's a good argument.
So why is we tripping?
Yes.
Why are we tripping? We've been winning games before he even came to the 49ers.
Yeah.
So
Somebody even said, do they really even need a number one receiver? And let's expand on this in a couple of days and really see if we can convince people that they're wrong. All right, we gotta go, fam.
Man, all right, man. They need to wake up and smell the pigskin, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all got to get it together, brother. But all right, Ronbo. Shout out to you, shout out to my TLT fam, my player upon the Dre, Trey Trez, Big Show Russo, St. Louis, man. The Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sheik, Sewell, Big Show, all them guys, man. Tampa Bay, Florida, Super Bowl 55, the San Francisco 49ers versus to be announced. All right, man.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Yeah. All right. I got Derek Brown in this one draft going at number 10. And where's Javon? Hey, you know what, though? Okay, here's one. No Javon in the top 10. Derek Brown at number 9. And I thought Javon would be going to the Jags. And the Jets, this guy's got Lavon coming off the edge. Some of these mock drafts, you look at them, some of them could be right, but they seem outrageous. Lee, get in here, Lee.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
Lee, I'm feeling bad about Matty B. But we should learn lessons, and it's hard to become hard to the point that you could just watch the back of the jersey all the time, or the front of the jersey all the time, right? But it looks like Matty B's in trouble. Yeah. And when you hear all the insiders talking about it, it might be accurate.
Yeah, well, we've seen that towards the end of last year with not even getting a snap in the Super Bowl. But I think people exaggerate a bit too much, Ronbo. People talking about him doing fumbles, and I remember back a couple of years ago, coming into the 2018 season, and I said, Matty B's going to have a big season. I expected him and Kittle to have breakout years after their rookie seasons. And he was leading the league. He was like a top-tier running back the first few weeks until he got injured. Oh. And he actually helped us. He was our best running back that year, and then most of it started coming on, but he got injured. Broke his arm, I think, that year. And then if you remember, though, Ronbo, Mostert, Wilson, all those guys were having fumbling issues year before last year. And nobody was saying kick them off their team. As soon as Matty Bree has a couple of fumbles, they're all getting excited, like, oh, we need to get rid of him. We need to move on. And I know they got McKinnon, but McKinnon hasn't proved anything. Like, to me, he's the biggest question mark. He's the guy that hasn't done anything in a Niner jersey, Ronbo. So if I'm the coach, I'm having both of them.
But remember, I just want to say on that, though, remember, the key words are, we haven't seen anything. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to pass a judgment on them from not seeing anything. That could be a huge mistake.
Yes and no, Ronbo, because why I was so confident about Matty Bree being good that second year coming in was because if you remember in training camp, OTAs, him and McKinnon were going at it, and he was out playing. I know it's training camp, but you see a lot. He was making big breaks down the field in training camp, and he outplayed McKinnon in training camp. You remember that, Ronbo?
No, I remember McKinnon a little bit from a Dallas scrimmage.
That was back in 2018, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if they go into training camp and they've still got Matty Breida, don't be surprised if he does it again because he did it in 2018.
I wish him luck on that too.
Before McKinnon got injured.
Yeah, because McKinnon's skill set is not really running between the tackles as much as it is his coming out of the backfield. No. Yeah, that's his forte.
Backfield and catching that rock. And that's my problem with Matty Bree because I feel like Matty Matty B a lot of the times is doing the dirty work, Ronbo. He's doing the plays that aren't suited to him. He's not always getting on the outside anymore.
Good
They're
point.
giving a lot of those runs
agree.
to most it, and they're making him come down the middle, and that would piss me off, like not just last year, but the year before. We didn't have a bigger back to run the ball through the middle, and we were counting on Breida to do a lot of that work, and that shouldn't have been him. His best trait is getting to the outside and using that speed.
It was as if Kyle was setting him up to fail, right? Because we know nobody runs that stretch like Matty B. I kept wondering, why are you doing that? That's not what he does well. And we got McGlinchey on the other side, and let him pull. And one thing Person could do, he could pull. So, I don't know.
Exactly, Ronbo, and you just said it. And see, that's my thing with Matty B, is that sometimes I felt like we didn't have that bigger back, and we forced him, away from what he's best at. And we forced him to a lot of stuff that he wasn't. That's not what he's good at. I remember that game against the Vikings that year, and we were trying to get Matt Breida to smash it down their throat. And I was thinking, against a team with two big DTs or teams like Buccaneers, you don't do that, because we got little guards up against big DTs that are just going to monster them, and you're getting a little guy to punch it down the middle. Use him to what he's good at. Use his speed. Yeah. So that's all I got to say on the whole Breida and McKinnon thing. So it's going to be interesting. But like I said, I'd like to see them battle it out, and the best man wins.
That's why I'm looking forward to seeing just what exactly happens. What you mentioned about camp could be interesting, but when are we going to have camp? That's the scary thing. How do you make decisions? God, this is scary.
Yeah, so we're obviously going to have to wait, but you never know, Ron, because for all we know, Kyle might go and grab another running back late in this draft, and then, that opens up the door to cut a Matty B or cut McKinnon as well. So you don't know, but I think he wants to give McKinnon that year, though, because they've done that contract there. So he's going to give McKinnon every chance.
Let me ask you. You know running backs that could be found in the 5th round. Who's out there that sparkles that could come in? Because Jeff Wilson is ridiculous as an undrafted free agent, right? So there's got to be guys in the 5th round.
Antonio Gibson, Ronbo.
Who?
Antonio Gibson.
He's a bad guy, huh? All right. Who's he play for?
Oh, Ronbo, he's a guy. He's 4'3" speed. He's 6'2", 230 pounds. He can cut. He's a kick returner. Special teams. He lines up in the slot as a receiver and a running back.
Wait a minute. Why would he be? Why we got a 5th round pick for now? I know, but we got a 5th round. We got a 5th round pick right now until they make some changes. How are you going to get him? That sounds like somebody that's not going to wait that long.
Well, he was a 5th round pick, but because people would have seen his speed at the combine, I think he could go 3rd or 4th round. He might go around there late 3rd round. Yeah. So if we trade back with the 31, there's so many options. And that's the thing that I'm excited about the draft, is because I can sit here and go receiving, someone can go Kindle. But I think the big question mark is, I think we're going to go receiver. I think is, what are we going to do with the 2nd pick? What are we going to do with the 31? Are we going to trade back and go D-line? Are we going to go corner? Are we going to go O-line? There's so many ways to attack this draft. And that's the big question mark for me. What would you go with the 31st pick, Ronbo?
I don't see anything. The things I want are going to be taken before 31. I would piss everybody off and take Mims, but I don't think Mims is going to go to 31, because you're going to pick up a wide receiver at number, 13 and 31. A lot of people will be scratching their head on that. So I don't know.
You'd go back-to-back receivers? Would you?
I was right about something like that before, but my idea was right, because the player turned out to be good, like Christian McCaffrey. But you can't draft a running back in the 1st round at that high. So but look at Christian McCaffrey. Leave her out of time. I'm getting the pressure from the production. Let me see you later on, okay?
Oh, no worries, Ronbo. Shout out to the Empire, and shout out to everyone. Thank you.
All right, fam. Have a great day.
Now
I'm looking at Maurice Jones-Drew, NFL Network. So he's got Justin Ebert going in 1st, Toa going to the Chargers 2, Chase Young 3, Derek Brown. He's the only guy who's not sending Okuda to the Lions. Joe Burrow's going to Miami. Simmons to the Redskins. Okuda at 7 to the Jags. Jedrick Wilson. That makes sense. How many of us have said they need an offensive lineman? Javon Kinlaw's going to the Panthers. Tristan Wirfs. And the Jets pick up Becton. That makes sense. Jerry Jeudy. Nobody's going to disagree about Jeudy going. Everybody has Jeudy going to the Raiders. Everybody. Henry Ruggs. He picks for the 49ers. All right. Hey, Rick.
What's going on, sir?
Rick, I'm telling you, man. Tonight, we finally realized that Matty B, and it's some speculation probably going on for a long time, but Matty B is one of the guys on the hot seat that may be getting excused. And it's unfortunate because, as I say,
Absolutely.
We've all developed an attachment to Matty B because all the hard work, and the guy's out there wrapping him up in duct tape and putting him back out on the field. He's out there wanting to get back in the game. And I mean, we went from that to special teams and doing dirty work, and Kyle kind of abusing him there. As Lee says, Kyle, what are you doing running him up the gut? Come on, man, that's not what he does. And,
right.
Strange. But how do you see that situation?
I think Matty B is already gone. I mean, if you look at the writing's been on the wall, because once he fell out of favor with Kyle, then he that was it pretty much. You've seen the rise of Mostert and Tevin Coleman.
Ooh.
We still have Jeff Wilson Jr., who we've seen just flashes of, as well as we still have Jerick McKinnon coming back. So I think his time is about up. So, I mean, for those I know he ran fast or whatever the case, especially in that, what was it, the Cincinnati game and it was the Brown game?
When he took the first snap all the way to the house? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But it's like at this point, no. It's for those Matty Breida fans, you're going to be disappointed. I don't think he'll be on the team this year.
Rick,
now,
do you like TC over Matty B? We got to think about it, don't you? So that's why
I would say it like this. Probably, yeah, because of the fact that I know I don't know if he had a fumbling issue, but I know just recently those are most recent memories of him fumbling the ball. Even when he fumbled the ball, was it in the which playoff game did he fumble the ball, but he recovered it real fast?
The Rams.
Minnesota game?
I think. Well,
the Rams.
I think it was the Rams game. Yeah.
And he just. So I mean, I that alone, and once you fall in Kyle's doghouse, I think it's a wrap. With
Pretty much.
So to address though this whole defense. Oh, first of all, hey, sidebar. Hey man, tell whoever that dude is. Mr. Cuss everybody out and call everybody a B. Tell him, hey, bro, chill all that out.
I know
chill all of that out, because if somebody pull up on you, I bet you would have a different story. So tell them, chill out with all that. We're all Niner fans.
Yes.
Stop being disrespectful. Chill all that out. As far as the draft is concerned, man, I'm more for I'm still going for pass, because the thing is, we did well this year. We were number 2. I believe we were number 2 in rushing, but I think we were number 13 in passing with like 237 yards a game or something like that. And that was with the big game in New Orleans and the other big game in Arizona. Because I think Jimmy G only had like 3 games of over 300 yards, whatever the case may be. But as a Niner fan, as well as Kyle Shanahan's schemes up plays, and we know he is a genius. The thing is, you cannot go and expect the same game plan from this previous year to work next year. It's not going to work. Because the thing about it, if we don't have this, they're waiting on this. So what they'll do, they'll be like, oh yeah, I see you have a dominant run game, and right now you have a dominant run game, and your main player, go-to player is George Kittle. Everybody else we have to play. Do we truly feel comfortable with them winning the one-on-one matchups? I don't right now. I mean, things can change. Who knows? Maybe Kitty Cat can come back and get out of that sophomore slump and become the guy that he was the first year. Dante Pettis year, I'm talking about you. Maybe Kendrick Bourne come back. Debo Samuel learns to run better routes. All that, but all I'm out is about, let's get more competition in. Iron sharpers iron. Let's get the best players in right now, because we still haven't used bubble screens. We've seen end arounds We've seen an end around with a pass to Mustard, but we don't see any bubble screens. We haven't seen a lot of screens to back in, to the running back, stuff like that. But if we want our offense to really complement our defense, we have to understand that this coming season, they're looking to take away our running game first. We have now established that. Mm-hmm. We have now established that. So now, if we don't have the receivers, and I'm praying that Hurd is back. I'm praying that Trent Taylor, after seeing like 1,000 surgeries, come back and he's able to work the slot, whatever the case may be.
He's kind of key. You know, I just want to allude to what you're saying there. This is what I'm saying. When everybody was laying all the fault on Jimmy G and saying Kyle didn't trust him, there is the error. It wasn't that he didn't trust Jimmy. He didn't trust his receivers. They weren't able to do some of the things he wanted to do. And I kept thinking, everybody's blaming Jimmy. But until Emmanuel Sanders came, we weren't really throwing the ball on. When we did throw the ball, there was drops. There was routes being ran wrong. Coverages were taking out the wide receivers. So blaming Jimmy is kind of stupid, okay? Jimmy didn't look like that his first year. And all of a sudden he looks like that? No, it's not him. It's partially him, yes, but not fully.
He had his hand in it, but he wasn't just the main culprit. I just think this year we need to get another influx of players. I mean, I could go in and start telling you about other people I've been looking at, whatever. But right now we need more. We all recognize pretty much our weakest links right now are cornerback position and wide receiver. If we were able to get Jeff Okudah, I'll be happy with him. But I doubt it.
Trade up, got to get him. We got to stop. Rick, we got to pull up. I'll tell you what, be back a couple of days because we're going to be talking about the draft forever. So anyway.
Absolutely, man. So tell what's his name? Is his name James? That's the dude's name?
They cussed everybody out?
Disrespectful?
Oh, yeah? Jack.
Yeah.
Everybody's
tell that dude, chill out, bro. Chill out. Right. And we all men and women up here. Ain't nobody no bees, and I promise you don't want nobody pulling up you for real. Hey, man, night of faithful, night of empire, man. Y'all have a great night, man.
All right, Rick. Thanks, fam. Good night.
All right. Bye.
Hey, Ellis.
Ronbo, come back to me. Give me two about
10
minutes, champ. I'm right in this damn line at this store. It's loud as hell in here, please.
No problem. You got to get in and out of there quick, too. All right.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to break fast.
And be careful. You got a mask on? Oh, I hate crowds.
Yes, sir. I got my face wrapped like the Taliban.
All right, Phil. Talk to you later. In a few minutes anyway. All right. Hey, IB.
What's up, Ronbo?
B, man, I'm sitting there throwing a going away party for my boy Matty B. I've seen and heard enough. I gotta feel it really is it.
Man, well, from one of my first times being on the show, man, I don't know, man. I think we're trying to keep him. I prefer we keep him. I don't think we're going to use McKinnon in the backfield as much. I think he'll be a ploy and be a slot receiver, screen receiver. Something. I mean, you got to think about it. It's his first year back over 2 major series. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep him away from all that contact, get him out there, catch some passes where he's comfortable, get him on the field, get some reps. As far as Breida, man, Breida's proven. I don't know what's going on, bro. We got so many players. I'm the one that's not sold on Taylor and Hurd. I love Trent Taylor, but after 5 surgeries on one foot, unless they
how many surgeries could one foot take? I know, right? God, Trent.
They had to have put a plate in there and had to get his foot used to it or something. You know what I'm saying? Because
he had some kind of reaction to the screws or something, and then to go back in infection. Yeah, damn.
Right.
Oh,
I had to do it all over again.
Oh.
So, and it's what's it called? A Lisp frank. So that's in the middle of your foot. Those type of things.
Affect his ability to cut.
Almost genetic sometimes. Yeah, and it's almost genetic sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
What if he traced back in his family? Does somebody else have that issue? God.
It could be. It's a bone issue. He's a little guy. But I love Trent Taylor, man. I don't know.
Yeah, if he's effective,
but I think with my man,
Because I just want to add one thing, though. Because you figure, like everybody knows, Kyle can't come in and run the same schemes he ran last year. People are waiting on that. So you figure if McKinnon comes back, and if Trent Taylor can't do what he does, now Kyle alters all of his concepts to come together in a different fashion. Yeah, see, that's why.
And the reason why I can't give up on Breida is because of this, man. 2017, his rookie year, what did he do? He came in and he was a compliment back for Hyde. And he showed glimpses of what we was like, who is this guy? 2018, I ain't never seen a running back go through nothing like that since Neil Anderson broke his ribs for the Bears back in like 94, 95, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This kid played hurt every game and show improved, dog.
Carried him off the field, brought him back a few minutes later, put him out there. He breaks off another run. Oh, man,
2019 was disappointing. 2019 was disappointing, but so was Pettis. So was Goodwin.
Ain't nobody spotlighting them except us. Kyle ain't hating on them.
Right. You know, I mean, that's 3 players right there, and the kid still showed up a little bit. You know, he was on special teams a couple times this year, but I think that's the reason why we have to go with receiver. We have to grab my man Ruggs, man. We got to grab Ruggs, man.
Your man and mine, boy. Give me Ruggs. That's speed.
Lamb has great hands. I believe he's got great potential. I think Judy is the sharpest out of all of them as far as in the first round. In the early first round, should I say, because somebody else is going to go at the end of the first round, that's for sure. And it's probably going to be Mims or Duvernay.
Yeah.
You know, if Duvernay doesn't get caught in this
everybody
middle
forgets
of the second,
about Duvernay. You're right.
because he's another Mims. You know, it's just a size difference. You know, so we'll see, man. This draft is that we definitely do need cornerback, and we definitely need somebody else on the D line though. So.
But you don't pick again until the 5th round. That's why.
Exactly.
31 is like
that's what I'm saying, man. That's
much.
It's worth 600 points, and we can get a second and third, or we can get a second and a fourth and or whatever,
and maybe a high third.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And plus we got 2 fifths, so we could throw one of those in there.
Ooh.
We got the masterminds to do it. We got the minds that can do it. We're like the guys are saying in the chat. We got enough pieces on the team. We don't have to go grab another puzzle. You know what I'm saying? But we have to. There's enough players in this draft. I think if we're gonna play with it this year, man. Let's go ahead. Let's lock down. Let's not change up our team year after year after year. You know, now guys are talking about, well, now Armstead's expandable or D Ford's expandable. Listen, D Ford is worth $17 million a year, easy, especially when he's on that field, man. That man is a monster. I don't like the fact he didn't play, but when he's on there,
boy, he makes a
difference. If he goes this year, we're going to see the same thing we saw last year, because what they not saying is it was not DeForest Buckner coming up the middle or controlling the middle last year. I love DeForest, and like my man said, I appreciate everything he did for us, man, because a lot of us don't say that neither. But last year, it was a lot of DJ. It was a lot of other guys making those moves, man.
I know, and the fact of the matter is, this defense is actually designed in a way that Armstead's skills come into play. People think it was all about DeForest Buckner making. No, Armstead made his own way in that.
And now Kasarik went and picked up 2 more of his guys on the D line and his D back coach. So we worried and complaining. All we need is a couple more pieces.
I know, but you know
I heard somebody complain.
No, I was just saying.
I'm sorry. I heard. Yeah, I still think picking up.
I wanted to hear that finished thought. I'm sorry. I'll get you back though. The funny thing about it is, we're all saying that we got everything we need, but what's going to end up happening is this. We don't have everything we need. There are 4 guys or so that could be upgraded. Let's see what happens with that. But Ellis, are you out of the line yet?
Yeah.
All right. Back
We
safe
back.
and sound.
We back, fam.
All right. Well, tonight, as I was saying, we're doing a going away party for Matty B. Seems all reports are pointing toward Matty B will be hitting the dusty trail. Dang. I like Matty B. This is why it's difficult. If they were saying Solomon Thomas is probably on his way out, I wouldn't have any feeling. I like him, but I don't like him like that. If they said Dante Pettis is being traded to the Eagles, really? Oh, my. You got different levels of joy with certain guys leaving.
Right.
I know it's wrong, but Matty B has become the heartbeat, the pulse. Because 2017, 2018, Matty B was our guy. That was one of the most solid guys we had. And now all of a sudden, Kyle said he got to go. Whoa. I guess a reality check. This is the nature of this business. Oh. But Ellis, what are your thoughts?
You know, I actually like Matt Breida. I like him more than I like Solomon Thomas. I like him a lot more than I like Dante Pettis.
Yep. We all agree on that.
So yeah. So I second you on the not being, too upset about those two, maybe being on the trade block. I think there's a potential that we could see something different come out of Solomon this year, but we got to wait and see. That's the only way we're going to tell, or tell if he even makes it through camp. It just kind of depends. It's going to be a coin toss with that. But Matt is because he's quality, and because we can potentially do something like we couldn't get what we could out of a Dante, and we probably wouldn't be able to get what we could out of Solomon that we could, as much as we could out of Matt Breida. So I think he's just in a situation where he's a good piece that we could use to try and hopefully gain somewhere, but nothing is guaranteed. And I think that's the downside to it is we're taking a chance, like in keeping Jerick McKinnon and banking on the fact that he's going to come back. I mean, what if he re-injures, himself again, or gets a different injury or re-injures the same injury he already had? We really don't know. And so us getting rid of Matt Breida and then say we keep Jet and, we get into camp or whatever into the season or preseason and he ends up going out. Now we're down to what? You know what I mean? We're down to Tevin. We're down to
Mostert.
Yeah, we're down
Coleman.
to Tevin Coleman, Mostert, and Coleman.
Wilson.
And Jeff Wilson Jr. So it's just kind of like it's taking a chance no matter what. There's a chance though that he may not go anywhere. It sounded like he may be on the go, but we really won't know anything until it happens. So
he's worth the second round. I think a second round pick, but I don't know that any team's going to give a second round pick up for Matt Breida. Even as good as he is, I don't know that running back is just not that premium position where you're going to give up a second round pick. Is my thinking on that. So will the 49ers take a third or a fourth? They probably aim high and see whatever they can get.
Yeah, a third or something like that. I think at a minimum, I don't know if they would take a. Well, they probably will take a fourth. It seems like because that's from what I've been reading. They're saying that that we're willing to, and I knew that was going to happen. We put the second round tenders on him and KB. Nobody's going to give us a second rounder, but it was going to end up coming down to you're going to have to just take what you can get. So it was, I figured that wasn't going to happen as far as KB leaving and anybody being willing to give up a second round for either of the two. So it was kind of like, we don't really want to give these guys away, but if we do, it has to be for this.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? So that's just, it's kind of messed up because Matt Breida has been playing his ass off, injuring and gimping and, going out, twisting himself all up. And he's been playing hard, like we expect players to play. Like you, when you're a football player, don't do the Dante, you know what I mean? You want to do the Matt Breida, unless your leg's about to come off. You know what I mean? And we don't want you sitting down, and we want you to care enough to want to go back in if you can. That's if you can. But he's not scared, and I think that's why I like Matt because he gets to it, man. And you give him a hole, he's gonna hit it, and you're just gonna see lightning flash. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that.
That boy got some lightning. Yes. He's a quality player, Ronbo. So I don't know. It's kind of sticky. I seen some running backs though, fam, a running back that looks like we had interviewed as well. I'm not sure if that guy was from Auburn, I'm not mistaken. Running back Salvin Ahmed from Washington, and then Hunter Bryant from Washington as well, where Dante was from. There's a couple of players out there, man. I'm telling you, Lynn Bowden is probably going to be a snatch for us. We're going to have our own. We're going to have our own little New Orleans Saints, little, you know what I mean, little weaponry, you know what I mean, that we can use. So don't stun it too much, Ronbo.
Finally getting some weapons out there that all click. I don't want no misfires and no bullets.
Yeah, we need to penetrate. We got to penetrate Kevlar. That's what we need.
Yes.
We need that kind of ammo.
Well,
so how you feeling? How you feeling though? Ultimately, you just kind of you feel like you really gonna go, or you just you kind of like just figuring because of the talk that it may be a sealed deal.
I really think the 49ers are serious about getting rid of Matt Breida, only because I look at the fact that Jerick McKinnon, if he comes in and he looks good, whenever they get to take a look at him, that's going to probably be much. What I do wonder about, though, if they don't get a second, third, or fourth round pick, or even a fifth round offer, are they just going to release him outright, or what? I guess put him in the cut at the end, maybe. Oh, that's heartbreaking. It's like it's unfair to him. I don't know. It's a tough call.
Yeah, it is cold. It is cold. We have to look at it like that because he played his ass off and he dropped the ball a couple of times. But Matt Breida is still, he's still a real quality player. And I guarantee you, wherever he goes, fam, he's going to be getting off. And we're going to be talking about, we should have kept Matt. Look at it. Every time a player leaves from us, they always end up showing out elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Ellis, we're going to go. I'll be back a couple of days and looking for you. All right?
Yeah, no doubt. And shout out to Jimmy Ward, man, for turning down the Raiders with a bigger contract and staying with us instead. We are fucking with you, Raiders. So all you Raider fans, you know what you can do.
Suck it!
Find the cliff and jump.
All right, fam.
All right, fam. Shout out to you, Ronbo, as always, man. Download that Ronbo Sports app. Y'all like, subscribe, everything, man. Shout out to the Niners faithful. And we'll be back. We'll reconvene soon. Peace.
Definitely. Thanks, Ellis. Night, fam.
Yes, sir.
Let's go check out J1.
What's up, Ronbo?
Big J, man. Just sit back here and singing praises of a fallen warrior who may be heading for the re-rack of what? God, Matty B might be out of here. But, Jay, I don't know how you feel about that. Jerick McKinnon, I understand from the 49ers point of view, man, we paid him $16 million. If he can play, he go play, damn it. So, and then you can't get rid of TC for reasons unknown. As far as TC looks good. I feel like this. But TC made me mad so many weeks.
Good, but, man, I'm going to ride with Breida, man. Breida, he's been a Niner, you know what I'm saying?
Since 2017.
And dude, he balls out. And, you know what I'm saying? Because he had a little slight off season and Kyle didn't really give him no more chances. I feel like you got to give the man chances. You know what I'm saying?
Kyle don't give him no chances. You make him mad. Oh, it's hard to get out of the doghouse.
He don't. Once he sees that and that's what I like about Kyle. He ain't about that putting these people back in the game.
So they can mess up
again. If
you
ain't producing, you ain't playing. And that's how it should be.
It
you
sends
know
a
what
message.
I'm saying? But
yep.
Yes, he do. And I think Breida's going to come back stronger than ever. I think to be truthfully, I think he's better than Kevin Coleman. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
I'm telling you, Coleman made me mad a few weeks. Kevin, what TC would do, he'd have this bust-out game. And then 3 weeks, a little bit, okay.
He disappeared.
And then he come back, busted back in. Also, Kevin, come on. Where's the consistency, man? God.
That's what I'm saying, and we need that consistency. You know what I'm saying? That's what great teams do, and that's what we need is consistent players that go come in, week out, and ball. You know what I'm saying? Put their life on that field, and that's what kind of players we need. We don't need Dante Pennis. We don't need Solomon Thomas type players. We need players that are gonna come out here and ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. That's what we need to get us back to that hump and get us over that hump. Not just getting to the Super Bowl. That's not a question. We don't want to get to the Super Bowl. We want to win it. We was undefeated. Now we lost the last 2 Super Bowls, and we need to get we need to win it. We've been waiting for so long since '94. We need to win a Super Bowl. I'm tired of this getting there and not winning it. I want to win it all. You know what I'm saying?
And especially losing the way we lose. We should have won both.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We get where we at the game and we're winning, and we
find a way
get away from our game plan. I don't know. It's just like mentally we break down, and that's what we don't need. We need players that can ball, who can play, and who can stay on that field as much as possible.
Well, you got maturity built up. These guys will be ready. They go next year. I got a feeling 49ers going to hurt somebody in the Super Bowl if they get there, because they still got to be mad about last year, you know?
Yes, but I think Cal go put out all the punches. I think he was hailing back on this Super Bowl, and that's what hurt us.
Jay, you know what, though? That's his second Super Bowl. I hate to – Kyle is still learning. There's some things – he's very sharp when it comes to designing plays and calling them at the right time, but there's some element that he still has to learn. Kyle has to know when to pull the trigger and when to let up. He did that in the Super Bowl. He didn't know when to put the pressure on and when to back up. Damn it, Kyle.
You know what it is, Ronbo? You know what it is, Ronbo?
What?
He's showing too much respect because that year they played the Patriots, Tom Brady. Then they played Patrick Mahomes. He's showing too much respect for the other side of the field instead of believing in his players.
He's gone against 2 premier quarterbacks. Good point.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I understand you want to show respect to the other players, but at the same time, you got to put your feet on their neck when you got them down.
Yes, continue to run your offense. But that was Matty B's fault the first time. He started seeing ghosts. He started thinking guys weren't. I don't know what Matty B. He froze at the end of that game and he wasn't trusting his receivers anymore. I said that's Matty Ice's fault as much as anybody's. The defense did give up too many points, but still.
Ain't that fault? They try to blame it all on Kyle, but he wasn't the coach. He was the offensive coordinator.
Fred.
That doesn't not belong to Kyle. But this last Super Bowl belongs to Kyle.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but the Atlanta Falcon game did not belong to Kyle.
Yeah.
Yes. Because he is the final say-so of the team. And he should have interfered and said, let's do this, let's do that. And he didn't do that. So they trying to blame it all on Kyle, which it wasn't Kyle's fault. But this last Super Bowl was Kyle's fault because he had a solid game. He did not run the football with Mostert. He did not run it with Deebo Samuel, who was running the sweep plays and gaining 16, 17 yards.
And Jay, add to that, because we got to go, add to that, Kyle, what the hell are you doing keeping Jimmy standing under center? Roll him out of that damn pocket. You see they've already breached the front line offensive line. Get him out of there. Oh, I don't want to go over it again. Let us just, hey, Jay, I'm going to see you in a couple of days, all right? Be back for more.
Yes, brother.
All right, fam.
Yes,
have a good night.
All right. You have a good night, brother.
Thanks, fam. Anyway, hey, Kevin.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
Kevin, I can hear you loud and clear. Kevin, welcome to the party. As we're throwing a party for Matty B tonight, as we feel like Matty B, his name may be taken off his locker sometime soon. It's just not you can say goodbye to certain players, but when you look at a war horse like Matty B's been for us since 2017, even when he should have had more carries than Carlos Hyde, it hurts. It really does. But, yeah. But Kevin, what are you thinking?
Well, first of all, it is a business.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, I do commend him for playing through injury and
every week.
Playing. He's been on the team for 3 seasons, and we brought him in as an undrafted free agent, He's been through the tough times, and he's been with us, and he's had a couple good seasons. But sometimes, unfortunately, in a career, you start, especially for a running back,
I know.
if you start fumbling the ball, being careless. He had some big runs this year. He had a lot of great plays, but there are a lot of plays too that you could point to that were a detriment to the team. So,
true.
And even though Jerick McKinnon would save us a lot of money, there's a reason why Kyle and John Lynch decided to bring this guy in for a big contract. So, in my opinion, I would like to see what he has to offer rather than a guy who didn't take any snaps in the Super Bowl, literally did not have one play. And his last 4 or 5 games he had, we can debate whether he had 4 fumbles and they were lost, or he still fumbled the ball. I don't care if we recovered, he still fumbled the ball.
True.
And you can't have that, especially in that Falcons game. He had a couple fumbles, maybe just one fumble, but especially we were in the last game of the season against Seattle, playing for the number 1 or number 5 seed. We shouldn't even have been in that position, Ronbo.
I know. We just would have won the Falcons game.
So I love Matt Breida. That run that he had against the Browns was probably the coolest,
epic,
the most badass run I've seen since I've watched 49ers football. But it's a business, and there are guys that can come in. We still have at least 3 other guys that could fill in. I want to see what Jerick McKinnon brings. I thought we didn't see enough of Jeff Wilson Jr. last year. The plays that he had were only positive.
Yeah, true.
So I love Matt Breida, but I think it's time for him to go. Honestly. So,
well, that's probably going to be the case. They're gonna take whatever they can get, and I guess most teams that do like Breida, and they know this team's stiffing around him. The ones that do like him, the 49ers, he's set up for a second-round tender. I mean, a second round. If you want him, you got to give a second-round pick where the 49ers can match payment, or give us a second-rounder. Or 49ers will probably settle for something less. 3rd or 4th round will probably be fine. We've already got plenty of 5th-round picks.
Well,
but 3rd,
let me ask you a question. What do you think he's honestly worth? Okay, because I don't think he's worth a 2nd or a 3rd round. I think the best thing to get out of it is a 4th potential.
He's got such potential. Matty can give you 100 yards a week, no problem. I give him a 3rd round.
But here's the other thing. In our zone blocking scheme, I mean,
could be that he benefit from that.
Could have, right. So what if he goes to a team that has a power blocking scheme? I mean, he's going to be in and out of that franchise. So
I don't think
he needs to go to a team that
does the similar kind of blocking scheme. I don't think a team that likes to run north-south. He's not a north-south runner. You're not going to look for Matty B for that. Yeah, you're going to get him for any other thing but that. So I don't know who it could be.
I'd say best we could get a 4th round pick. And I know it's Monday Night Raw. I know I got to go, but I just want to say one thing. Everybody who's hating on Henry Ruggs in the chat, you're all on crack. Okay.
I will concur. I'm telling you, Henry Ruggs. Watch film on Henry Ruggs and get back to me if you really hate him that bad. That's a bad boy. Boy, that dude.
Ronbo. I was watching something today, a mock draft, and they said, so I know Dre brings up 20% of his touches are scores. Here's an even more impressive stat. 25% of his catches of his entire Alabama career went for a touchdown.
Yeah, that means after he caught the ball, he's first of all, he's a tough guy. So yak is his middle. Now you add that speed with yak ability. Good God.
And I'm not saying Judy isn't a dog.
Judy is.
But Henry Ruggs is only 1 inch shorter and weighs about the same. Runs way faster, can block, return kicks, hit Ronbo. Nick Saban wouldn't let him run down on kickoffs and tackle because he was worried about him getting injured. So this guy wants to play football, and the only way I see Judy getting on the field is at wide receiver. So I rest my case. Niner football, Niner for life. If you don't like Henry Ruggs, then you're smoking something. That's all I gotta say.
I guess cleared that up. All right. Hey, fam, I'll see you in a couple of days, okay? Have a great night.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Thanks for the platform.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, pretty soon, us Ruggs fans are going to end up getting belligerent. Watch and see. I'm telling you, that dude, man, I like Jewy, but God, Ruggs. On this team? Uh-oh. Jamel. Jamel.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, man?
All right, man. How you doing?
Blessed and highly favored.
All right. Haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah.
So tonight.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah.
My sister, she pays my phone bill, and she forgot to pay it. So she finally went ahead and paid it, and I hope she got it automated. So, because
automated payment. Yeah. So she didn't have to do that all the time.
She does taxes. Right. Yeah, because she does taxes for a living. So, and I know she should be dwindling down. She said should be getting ready to be done with. April 15th will be the last day. So.
Okay. Well,
yeah. So
good to hear that things are at least working out for now.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jamel, as you know, tonight we're concerned with Matty B. It seems like they're making a big deal. Insiders are saying Matty B, they'll be surprised if he's in a 49er uniform next year. Jamel, how are you feeling about that? Is that something you approve of, knowing everything you know about Matt Breida this past season and last 3 years?
Oh, I really want him to stay, but I know that this is a business and these things happen. So, no, we can't keep everybody. I know we want to keep the core, but it is what it is. If we do,
Jamel,
we do lose. Yeah.
The thing is, we're keeping Solomon Thomas. We're keeping Dante Pettis.
Right.
Richie James, I don't have anything bad to say, but we're keeping Richie James.
Right.
I mean, I mean, Matty B is somebody I don't know that we'll see. Because I'm still waiting for Solomon Thomas to show me something. And Dante Pettis knows how everybody feels about him. So, and Richie does not get enough chances. So, Solomon T, and there's Matty B. All he's done is play his guts out. He had a little problem last year. Man. But anyway, it's a business.
Right.
So we got to,
Yeah, but it's a business. It happens. So, we can't keep everybody. I want to keep everybody. So far, we still have our core guys on defense. I know we lost Buck and some Manuel Sanders. We lost them, and that's okay. And we still got some backup guys that to fill in. So I think it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think so.
Yeah. D-Buck. Here's the thing. If we got like 16 or 17 games from D Ford, I'll bet you at some point during the season, Jamel, we wouldn't even say anything about D-Buck missing. You know why? We wouldn't notice.
No.
I mean, because D-Buck was actually the odd man out last year. Don't misunderstand me. Anybody, Ronbo, man, don't show no low-class shots. No, I'm not. I'm saying that DeForest Buckner became the guy that was just sort of taking up space and maybe taking on blockers. But the three dudes was Nick Bosa, of course, was a wrecking crew on the one side of the field. I know people don't want to say Eric Armstead was kicking. And then, of course, D Ford coming from the other side was providing. They were a three-man wrecking crew that DeForest Buckner wasn't able to get into as much as the other three. So I'm just saying, when I see Matty B, anyway, I'm learning to accept it. And we're going to see more heartbreak probably in the years to come because we got that kind of team.
Right.
Everybody can't stay.
Yeah,
and some people are asking for too much money.
We got that. Yeah, we got that championship kind of squad. So, we're going to lose some people. We're going to gain some folks, too. So we'll see what the front office and John and Kyle we'll see what you guys do in a couple of weeks on the 26th and see what's going on or what we draft, or whether it's wide receiver or cornerback, it don't matter as long as it improves already championship built team that's hungry to get back again. So yep. I think we'll be back again.
Jamel, one question, because we're going to have fun with this in the next couple of weeks now. Okay, you're pick number 13. You've got Jerry Jeudy's definitely going to the Raiders from what everybody says. So they got Henry Ruggs, you got Lamb, and I've just noticed I was wrong about Javon. Javon does fall out of the top 10, 11 on several different occasions. Wow. So you got Javon there too. There's Gladney as well. At 13, this is going to be a boatload. Who would you take?
You know what? I got to do some more research on these guys. I ain't been looking. I've been I've been in the Word recently and just keeping my mind set on the Lord and this what's going on with this coronavirus. I think, look, you want I'll tell you what's going on. You eliminate God and you take Bibles out of school, take prayers out of school, and that's what happened. That thing's going amok.
All right.
And you wonder what the heck.
We're going to run out of time here, Jamel. I'll tell you what. Do that and take that same question. Look at some of the mock drafts. I was wrong about Kinlaw. So take a look. And as I say, but 2 out of 3 of those receivers is going to be there as well. Anyway, we'll talk more later, okay? Have a good night, Jamel.
All right, good night.
I told Jack, tell me how we're going to get Javon. And now I'm finding out I'm wrong.
I know it. I want you. Hey, this person's skills.
Anderson.
Oh, what's going on, Ronbo, man? I'm not. I ain't smoking the herbs tonight, but you know what's on? I'm on the 5 ball. I'm drunk right now with my people, so you know when I'm listening. I'm just like, man, hurry up, man, so I can talk. But yeah, how about what if we get CeeDee Lamb and Henry Ruggs? I'm just saying, trade that 31 pick because somebody's gonna be needing a safety or a corner. So trade that to somebody for that pick, and I'm pretty sure they'll give us that pick. So what if we get both of them? The only problem that's gonna come to play is when we have to pay them later on when they reach the contract over. If we get both of them.
Yeah, that's just impossible. Yeah, you don't see funny what you say about a safety. I don't see Delpit's name. I just realized I go down there. I don't see Delpit's name nowhere. I mean, I got to look again. But he was everybody's favorite safety a few weeks ago. Until Jimmy Ward came on social media and says, man, y'all talking about, them people you talk about, Mac, whatever his name, from Alabama, and Delpit, Tavares Moore is the one you want to put if I have to go.
Man.
Word?
And then, but as far as, we got Tavares Moore. That's why I'm like, let's trade that 31 pick. But as far as, to the 49 Empire, people keep forgetting. Everybody talking about get a cornerback. You keep forgetting we have Tim Harris. Come on, man. We have Tim Harris back there. He just ain't really got to play yet. He probably got to get a few kinks or whatever worked out. But I'm pretty sure he'll turn out to be a good player.
If he could stay healthy. I understand he can play.
Yeah. Oh, that boy good. And as far as Matt Breida, man, he ain't gonna go nowhere.
You don't think so?
If they was to get, I don't think he's going nowhere. Because if they was, man, you should get. If you don't get a first round pick for him or a second round pick,
well, yeah,
it's a waste. It's a waste of play. It's a waste of talent. That's how I look at that stuff.
Anderson. That room is too full. Okay, they're not going to take 5 running backs. If McKinnon's able to go, he makes the team. If for no other reason other than having paid him too much money already. I just don't know. Can Matty B beat out TC? Because I think he could beat out Jeff Wilson, but Jeff Wilson he can't get any trade for Jeff Wilson.
I think because of the game against the Cardinals with Jeff Wilson, I'm thinking, maybe his stock might have went up. You know what I'm saying? He did get a few carries,
in the Super Bowl.
He needed to play more. If he'd have played more, yeah, he would have attracted more attention.
But I'm pretty sure he probably still would get some attention.
Maybe.
Yeah, but if he was to get some attention, God damn it, I don't give a damn about. Really, I'm gonna be straight about it because I play defense. I really don't care too much for an offensive player right now. I want to get a goddamn replacement for DeForest Buckner. We need a replacement right there because I don't feel that. What's my boy name? I don't think he gonna stay healthy. I don't think he can be healthy because his knee or something. I don't think he can stay healthy.
Wait a minute. Whoa, Anderson. Did you hear something about who'd you just mention? D Ford?
Not D Ford. What's the other one
Kinlaw?
in the middle? Not Kinlaw. No, I ain't heard nothing else. But I'm just thinking we need to get somebody with some. I mean,
okay,
because
you got Contavious Street, you got Ronnie Blair.
Yeah,
DJ Jones.
Not Ronnie Blair. DJ Jones. That's what I'm talking about. DJ Jones. I don't think he can be healthy because the ball good. Don't get me wrong, but because he's so good, I think he causes himself to get hurt because he's just like Jimmy Ward. He's like a Jimmy Ward. Like you hit a motherfucker so hard, knock the ball out. You
knock
hurt
yourself
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. DJ, you hurt yourself too. Just but I think, but regardless of who we get, we going back to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't give a goddamn.
Yeah, I got a feeling.
Man, it's like I say.
We're better than most teams.
Red and gold till we dead and cold. God damn it, ain't no other goddamn way. There is no way, but the boy like the Patriots say that the Patriot way, goddamn, the 49er way. Ronbo, I know that's a call for me to go, so I'm going to holler at you. 49er Empire, what it do? I ain't high tonight, just drunk. What it do? 49ers, let's get it.
Anderson, you have a good night. It looks like you already are. I'll talk to you later. There's a man who likes to tap into a good time on a nightly basis, you can tell. Hey, John V, how you doing, man? You say, hey, my not a friend, I've missed you all these past few days. We missed you too, John. Can you get that volume down, please? And Guero. Guero says, hey, yo soy Ilias. Yo soy Ilias Manguea. Did I get the pronunciation right? Soy Elias Manguea. I did that right one time. Are we going to the Super Bowl and win it this time? I hope so, because I wouldn't take it no more. Guero. Thanks, guys, for those contributions, too. I just don't. If it wasn't for this off season, I could see better. I need my guys to get in there, start working out, get this thing down, get in rhythm. Let's go. As a matter of fact, there's John V now. John.
Ronbo, my man.
Yeah. Well, John, I'm sitting there singing praises of a guy that I think is going to be leaving us soon. Matty B defines what a running back is about in my mind. Guy's tough. I mean, he's out there on everything's hurting. He's still driving, running hard. But Kyle's saying, well, I've had enough of him fumbling the ball, so he can drive and work hard somewhere else. Kyle! It's John, your heart has to pump ice water in the job that management guys are in the NFL. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, once you're in Kyle's shithouse, man, that's it.
That's it. You don't come out, do you?
I mean, my God, dude, they started your headstone, brother. I mean, damn. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Matty B. The guy is fast, Ronbo, but he doesn't have that north and south. He doesn't have that. He can't run through a wall. Mostert can break you, brother. He'll run you right over. You know what I mean? Come straight at you.
Yep.
But you know, Ronbo, my problem is every time I think about it, I'm afraid that the guy's going to go and succeed somewhere, and we're going to be like, God damn it, where was that when you played for us?
Yes.
You know, it's almost like being a Kyle's running back is the pressure is so high on you, man. It's so Kyle you will lose your job, brother. You will lose your job. So I feel like the pressure weighs them down sometimes, man. And some guys can't rise above it. But they could go other places, and if they drop a ball, whatever, man. But they got that ceiling above them. He doesn't give you a ceiling, Kyle. He kind of just holds you to your professional, and that's it, man.
And you mentioned guys who leave and go. Carlos Hyde came to Cleveland, and I was impressed. Those few games that Cleveland held on to him.
Yep.
And then he went on. He had a 1,000-yard season, I think, last year. So it's funner.
Maybe it's just less pressure, Ronbo, and maybe you can be more. I don't know, Ronbo. Maybe they just make more room for mistakes. They give you a little bit more room for mistake. I don't know, brother. But
don't make you feel like if you make one error, Kyle's going to put you in the house and lock the door. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that can be hard on a man. I mean, I don't give a damn. You're making millions. So to me, do it. You better work. Work. But, hey, Ronbo, I got to tell you, man, you've been getting me through some dark days these past few days. I mean, I don't want to bring down the vibe here in the Niner Ronbo fan base, but
Delighted.
My mom, man, she suffered a stroke this week.
Who?
My mom, she suffered a stroke this week, brother. And it's she's all we got left in the house, man. And we lost my old man years ago in a wreck. Damn. But man. And you know what? To top it off, man, she fell yesterday when I was on my way to pick her up. She fell getting dressed in her room, man. She broke her ankle on top of that shit. Now she's stuck there some more. And it's killing me. It's killing me, brother. But you've been getting me through some dark days, man. Yeah, listen, man. It's been bad. Mom, dude. This week has been. It was mild, Ronbo. It was mild, and it wasn't in a. She's cool. She's sharp. She's in good shape.
All right.
She just broke that ankle. Now she's got to get that working, and she'll be all right. But
everybody, think good thoughts
for
John's mom. She's got to get better. John, that's good. God.
Yeah, man.
Keep thinking good thoughts, fam.
It's rough, brother. Yeah. Thanks, my man. I just wanted to throw that out there, Ronbo. I didn't want to bring down the vibe.
I'm delighted, man. If I could do that in a situation like this, I am so happy about that.
Oh, good. Dude, listen, Ronbo, I got a little sister that's handicapped, man. She's got cerebral palsy, man. And we were watching your videos this week because I'm staying with her while my mom's getting better. And I'm helping out with the fam. And my sister's cracking up, brother. She watches you and laughs hysterically when you do the Niners thing.
Right.
It's awesome. She loved it, man. And I just wanted to tell you, man, it was awesome to see her light up.
That's awesome. Hey, what is her name?
So her name's Paulette.
Paulette. Hi, Paulette. God, that's great.
She's getting a kick, man. So yeah, we need to get my mom back in the house, man. She's our rock, man. She helps out my sister. That's her thing. So you guys have been great, man. I just been listening to everybody these past few days, Ronbo, and I truly appreciate it, man. You've helped me through the greatest days, and you got me through the darkest of days, and everything in between, man. I just appreciate you, and I just wanted to tell you that.
John, it's a pure pleasure. You know what, John? You could be John. Who do you like in this draft?
Ronbo. I mean, I'm a defense guy, brother. But I mean, are we talking offense or defense? Just anybody overall?
I think you're a man that the man above is keeping an eye on, and he's liable to give you something really special here anytime. So who do you want in the draft?
Man.
And whoever that is, that may be who we end up getting.
Ronbo. I mean,
you like defense? Who is it?
I love cornerbacks, man. I wanted Gladney. I'm cool with Ruggs, brother.
That's right.
I'm good with
That's
that.
right. No. I remember you did. I did remember you with Gladney.
I like this guy named Tristan Wirfs. He's a massive
offensive line.
man on the offensive line.
Yeah.
And but Ronbo, I trust. It's hard to say, brother. I would really like to see him. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's rough. I'm having a rough one with this, Ronbo. I really am.
Everybody is.
Killing me, brother.
You just don't. We can't imagine because you know how John and Kyle
everything
are.
I want, these guys do the opposite. So it's like, my God. I mean, like I told you before, they took a punter in the fourth round. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
I know. They drive people nuts.
They fill their needs, Ronbo. They fill their needs without any disregard, man.
Yeah,
I
don't
think
hesitate.
they give a damn who you are.
Yeah.
They'll take you if they need you, and they'll plug in that position. So I don't know.
Yeah, we've got a lot of starters
last
Ruggs.
year. Because I'm being practical. We'll probably maybe Ruggs. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, the people who've been watching closely think it's going to be Lamb, and I just like Ruggs for what he does. Lamb does some good things. But if I had my choice between
I
Lamb,
studied a lot of these mock drafts.
between Lamb and Judy, I don't know. I take Judy. But anyway.
Oh, I mean, I would take Judy with you. I'd take absolutely 100%. 100%, Ronbo.
John, we're going to go. John, I appreciate your family, and things are going to get better. They have to. I just believe
Thanks,
that,
my
all right?
man. Absolutely, brother.
All right?
Thanks,
and check
man.
back in with us in a couple of days so we know everything's okay.
Absolutely, you bet, man. I've been distracted, man. I haven't had my head in the game, but hey, it's always a pleasure talking to you, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam.
You take care,
Appreciate
brother,
you.
and good night.
You too. Good night, John. It's going to be all right, babe. All right.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Is it? Hey, there he is. Shaleo.
Hey, what's up, Rumbo? How are you?
Shaleo, as a man who really appreciated everything Matty B stood for, all that Matty B represents that guy who got an opportunity that may have not gotten it, but luckily he did, and he proved himself in 2017. Carlos Hyde got way too many carries for me in 2017. Matty should have got some of those. In 2018, Matty B was the Lone Ranger out there. Guy would be out there getting carried off the field. Two guys, an arm over each shoulder. Oh, Matty B's down for the count. 5 minutes later, B's back on the field. He's checking into the game. Right snap. Ball goes to Matt Breida. Breida hits the corner. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's when I became a Matt Breida fan. Dang it. But Shaleo, all good things must come to an end. But how you feeling tonight about all this, my dear friend?
What I'm feeling is, how about them Cowgirls? How about them Lambs? How about them Seahawks? And how most importantly, last but not least, how about the Oakland, Las Vegas, Raider Jones? We got to talk about these teams because these are the teams that talk the most shit out of their fan bases.
Yep.
Especially the Raiders, especially the Lambs, and the
Rams have
Cowgirls.
quieted down. Rams have nothing to talk about. But the Seahawks are starting to pick it up, I noticed. I'm seeing them on social media. Man, I'm going to quit, though. Hey, let me apologize real quick to people who was watching me on Twitter. I'm done with those two, okay? I'm done. Idiots. God. Anyway, go ahead, Shaleo. They pissed me off. God. Jesus.
Yeah, I was saying, Rumble. We need to go ahead and get a wide receiver in that 13th pick.
Right.
We really need a wide receiver. We do. I don't believe in Pettis at all. Okay, I do not believe in this guy. I think he's trash. This season showed it. Sophomore, hump more, freshmore, junior more. I don't care. This guy played like shit this year. Whatever sophomore, whatever kind of slump he has, I don't care. You have to show up and play. And Matt Breida fell in love with the money. He
Matt
really
Breida?
did. I don't know what is it.
No, Matt Breida. He hasn't been paid yet, Shaleo.
He hasn't been paid, but he wants his money.
You think so?
And that's why the agent. I think the agents are. That's the agent's fault in this. That's why they're messing up the players. You know.
Oh, I've not heard about Matty B complaining about cash.
He hasn't been complaining, but he wants his money.
Why? Probably
have been talking on Twitter. You know.
I wonder what they would
That's
have.
fine. You want your money, but yeah.
Okay. I didn't know about
that. I want Matt Breida on the team. He has a little bit of a fumbling issue, but he could fix it.
But when you look at you examine his character compared to Dante, if you had to take a choice between Dante and Matty B, who would you take? It's not a fair question. Dante, if he would stop concerning himself with photography and how to raise plants and things. Oh, Dante, come on, man. You're a real football player. Leave the kiddies alone and let's get tough and improve your game. He doesn't care, Shaleo.
That's right, Ronbo. That's right. And you know what? We need to step it up a little bit. Teams are getting better. We're going to have a tougher schedule next
Mm-hmm.
year.
Mm-hmm.
We got to step it up.
They're going to be shooting at
These
us.
guys
We got
aren't
a
a
target.
joke,
Yeah.
And we got to go after like wins. That's all we need to concentrate on wins. Buckner left. We saw this. We saw this coming. He wanted the money. We all saw it. Okay, bye.
Yep.
You don't want to be a Niner. You don't want to be a Niner.
Not willing to take
gotta
a
play
little bit of a
hardball.
dip for the team. Come on, D-Buck. 21? Is that really necessary? God. 18's not poor man's wages. Dang.
That's true. But no, I can't get mad at him. He did, he
Did what he
showed
had to
up.
do. His agent did.
Did what he had to do, and he got his payday. I wish he stayed because everybody doubled him,
Well,
and then everyone else like Bosa, Ford, and even Armstead would just come in and just freaking sack the quarterback.
I think they were
That's
so
why
much
I think
faster.
that's why his production went down.
Exactly. And people keep thinking, what you think is, I don't know that he could have beat those guys at the quarterback. All three of those guys are hella fast. You know what I mean? And Nick Bosa's dragging people over there with him. I mean, Nick's got 2 or 3 guys holding on to him. He's still taking the quarterback down. Nick Bosa's possessed. Bring an exorcist in. Oh, my God. So, Bosa doesn't count. But D. Ford and Eric, man, they were also helping. So that's really, we had a frontline defense was just vicious. So I don't know what's going to fill in.
Very vicious. Yeah. Anyone that comes in, just do a good job. Don't be like Solly T, Just hold on to the lineman's ass. And just,
do a dance.
Stay put. No hand technique, nothing. Come on, dude.
God, Solly. I expect. Well, let's see what he looks like. Everybody.
I hope
all
Mr. Kitty
Thomas
Cat.
fans,
I hope Mr. Kitty Cat steps it up. Him and Kitty Cat.
Anything.
Because I pound on these players a lot. I talk shit about these players, but I just want them to play well.
Yeah,
As a fan, I want them to do good.
Yeah, I agree.
We all talk shit. We're all honestly, we're all 40 Whiner fans. If they don't like it or not, we are 40 Whiner fans. Okay,
I see that all the time. We do. but we have a right to call ourselves that. Nobody else does, Shalil. That's the thing. I will jump in their butts every time they start. But you Hawks fans, but you guys can eat. They got one Shalil.
And honestly, Rumble, every fucking fan base harps about their team. Every fan base. It's not just us. Everyone does, about their own team.
It's true. I understand that, but they don't have a right to be giving that to us. We are the standard. We're the ones who need one more trophy to be tied with the elite. Okay? But hey, Shalil, we got to go. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to see you in a couple days.
Thank you for the platform, Rumbo. You have a good night.
You too,
Shout out to the Niner Empire.
Yeah. Oh, God. This is why I don't have any respect for other fan bases when they come in with talking like they do. Hawks fans. Oh, give me that. Hey, Sheik!
Ronbo! What's going on, man?
Sheik, man, I'm paying tribute to a guy I think we're going to be watching wearing a new jersey soon. It kind of bothers me to see Matty B in this situation. But I think I saw the writing on the wall like everybody else. I think we knew in the back of our minds, I thought about Jeff Wilson, but no, not Jeff Wilson. I know Kyle likes TC. Mostert, Kyle could get hurt seriously if anything happens to Mostert. So who's got to be guy out? And they got to have Jerick McKinnon because, like I said, after 2 years of all that money, he's got to show somebody something. There it is.
Right.
Matty B.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Unfortunately, it is Sam Romo because, he has those stats that he's like cheetah-like, but we have McKinnon there, and he could do a little bit more extra. I like Wilson. I'd rather keep him around over Breida, in my opinion. I think he just shows some promise.
He's a tough
Probably
guy,
a little
too.
cheaper.
He can run
tough guy,
south.
a little bigger frame.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if we have that guy all ready to go, then the time when the Coleman contract is up, then Wilson might be molded to that guy. We'll see, but we'll just have to see from the progress in Wilson. But Matty B, I like him, but at the same time, you can't save them all, unfortunately.
No, you can't. 5 running backs? We can't keep 5 running backs.
No. Plus, we have Juice there, too. That's another one.
God,
as a fullback.
I forgot about Juice. But Juice is like, I consider him another position altogether. Juice could be out there catching incredible passes. He's like him and George Kittle are mowing the field, road grading for running backs. I mean, they do so many things. So,
Yeah, Juice is a Swiss Army man. He can do multiple things for you, Ronbo. It's just he's a big, huge piece on our running game to get it all together with him. So with these guys that get these holes is because of Juice and the offensive line. So
George Kittle.
So he's a key piece. Yeah, George Kittle. He's dominant, steal the draft. That's why I was thinking, Ronbo, like, we have like 2 5s and 2 7s. We could get those picks and make them as a nobody, as a diamond on the rough.
Question.
Don't
we have a 6?
We do have 1 6, yes.
Okay. Scared me. I said we got a 5 and 2 7s? Oh, that's awful.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, like, we have a double pick.
We got a 1 6, okay.
No.
Okay.
No, but, I could see, like, Peters, and that's why he's great what he does. He finds his guys from the late round.
True.
Lynch.
DJ Jones.
What's that?
Yeah, true. DJ Jones comes out of 6th. 5th round has now become famous, especially if Trent Taylor has a good year. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so, we find these guys in the rough. I'm fine with the later rounds. More later round picks were good, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, you're right, actually. There's no need to cry about them late round picks. They could end up starting. Look at Dre Greenlaw.
Correct. Greenlaw, yep. But, early in the draft, Ronbo, I really believe we're going to get a wide receiver. I know yesterday I said, watch out for that alternate offensive lineman might be picked, but it has to be between Jared Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb. Ronbo, I really feel it.
CeeDee Lamb.
It's just a gut feel.
Sheik, CeeDee Lamb above my boy Ruggs. Oh. All right.
Yeah, well, he could do way more. Like, CeeDee Lamb, he could block for you, do multiple things. He's like they compared him to a Hopkins, but a little bigger frame, what I'm hearing. He do multiple things for, but I see a little bit more of the Devontae Adams in him, a little bit more. But but Jared Jeudy.
Lamb is a route running project, but that's not a reason not to draft a guy, I guess.
So I don't know if you saw that little tweet that Jennifer Lee Chan said.
What?
And then she was talking to this. Go ahead.
I didn't see Jennifer's tweet. You go ahead.
She said she was having this conversation. It was on NBC Bay Area, and this guy, I forgot his name. He said, "I haven't seen this type of route runner in 40 years." And he was talking about Jared Jeudy.
Of course.
This guy, he's the best route. And I'm like, wow. That's a big thing to say. Like,
huge. Yeah.
But if he falls to us, I'm going to, like, jump for joy because this guy is perfect for this team, Ronbo. Even in the article, if you read it, you have anybody, the faithful, if you guys read it, it's, like, perfect for us. The article is, like, Jared Jeudy is perfect for our system. People might say Ruggs, but I think Jared Jeudy is a little better. If you do a little bit more things, and I keep breaking anybody's ankle. So I'm just.
Jennifer Lee agrees with you too. I'm checking out what she's saying too. She says his draft profile features a player who most or maybe even all of the boxes that Kyle Shanahan looks for in a receiver. Oh, okay.
There you go. There you go.
If they pick him up, I'm not going to be upset. I doubt about it.
No. Honestly, all three, I wouldn't be upset. But like, I would prefer the other two over Ruggs. But man, having one of these guys, that's what we need. So we have this West Coast officially, and our defense have that stable on both sides, just dominating all top of teams that come in here. Man, it's gonna be amazing. So
we got to get better at wide receiver. But we really got to improve the talent. Yes. And Jimmy G can go out there and do what he does. Because I've heard enough about Jimmy G. Somebody needs to talk about some players that need to step up a little better too. Because we only had 2 receivers.
Yeah, Dante Pettis, man. Come on, man.
Don't get me started on
what are you doing?
Dante.
Jesus. Like, come on, man. We have time, Ronald, but honestly, I want to be hating about if we get 2 wide receivers in the first round. It'll be shocking. But at the same time, it'll be a big thing. Is showing Dante Pitts, you failed us. You're gone. Goodwin, I'm sorry, you're gone.
Dante. We got to go too. Hey, Sheik, I'll see you in a couple of days. All right?
Definitely, Ronald. You have a great, hey, faithful. And shout out to the caller that I had earlier with his mom. I'm sending my prayers out to you and your family.
That's John.
And every family that's going through all this stuff, any type of thing. I'm sending my prayers that we're all here together. Wash your hands, stay faithful. And faithful, hit that like for Ronbo Sports and sub, share, and follow all platforms, baby. Empire, baby. That's who we are. Later.
Yeah. Thanks, Sheik. You have a good night, fam.
You too, man.
And this just in. Justin, come on in. We already know who you want at number 13. Tell us again. But Justin,
Devon Kinlaw.
Don't forget to talk, though.
Not happening. Kinlaw.
Hey, Justin.
Devon Kinlaw.
But first, you got to pay tribute to Matty B tonight. I insist. I mean, Matty B is probably the man. He's going to be the guy. He's going to be the sacrificial lamb in the running back room.
Do you remember at the last year, the training camp, and I said Matt Breida deserved to start over Tevin Coleman, and I went to bat for this guy. I went to war for this guy. I was like, this guy deserved to start. He ended up starting, right? Then he had fumbling issues. Then you have one job: run the clock out versus the Vikings. All you have to do, you fumble the ball. Now the defense is out there again. They did their job for 14 minutes and whatever time it was, and you fumble the ball. You have one job: hold on to the ball, and you can't do that. Fumble the ball. They're out there again, and Kirk Cousins gets 37-yard march, and his stats look better than what they were at that game.
Who else took a snap and went right to the house without being touched? Anybody besides Matty B? Crickets.
Who was it?
Nobody done that. Okay, TC had a couple of good runs where he did bust through the line of scrimmage and run it all the way in. Mostert actually did that.
Panthers game. If anybody, you can't that. So let's credit the Panthers game because he went off in that game. The Panthers game.
Mostert? No. There's no
Coleman.
question about Mostert. Who?
No, I'm talking about Coleman. Tevin Coleman. He went off in the Panthers game. So
he had how many TDs in that game? That's pretty funny, yeah.
He had 3 touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown.
That was his game, wasn't it? So,
Yes, sure.
There's nothing you can say bad about anybody on. As far as our running backs, all of them, we don't know what McKinnon brings to the table just yet. But we don't have a bad running back. Jeffrey Wilson, he had star moments last year. Bobby Turner is one of the best running back coach on the planet. He doesn't get enough credit. How come just about every running back, except for every now and then they have hiccups, but for the most part, all our running backs are always just rock solid? It's Bobby Turner and Kyle Shanahan to a large degree as well.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with the running back group. I don't want Breida to go, but business. This is a business, and
I hate that word. We always have to apply that. This is a game of passion, So for those of us who are attached in that way, we don't want to hear the word business because it means we're going to lose somebody we like. It's like a family member.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's no longer a family member.
Yeah. Well, and it comes down to loyalty, and it brings me back to what happened, what we were talking about yesterday with Joe Staley, loyalty. And he didn't care about the money. He wanted to be a Niner. He wanted to be a Niner for life, So it's all about, because, many players have left this team for more money. And some have done really well, but some have not done so well. So, it's all about loyalty. It's all about, it's all about loyalty at the end of the day. So it's about money. Money's money, but it's about
Yeah, no, I know. I look forward. We got with the team we have now. We're gonna have to go through this with the guys leaving because of the payday. Again, most likely, maybe more than once or twice in the next three years or so. So,
I just have one question. Why is Taylor Gabriel not signed to the Niners yet? Why is he still free agent? Like, sign him, please. I'm begging the Niners. Sign him. Taylor Gabriel needs to be signed. I need him to be signed, please.
Yeah, well, Marquise Goodwin, and as I keep my fingers crossed for Henry Ruggs. Marquise Goodwin is a whole card, so there's no point in bringing Taylor Gabriel and you're getting ready to take on Ruggs. Your wide receiver room is already too full, so you can't sign him just yet. You got to get rid of some people.
I really want Taylor.
Get
I
rid
really
of
want Gabriel
Get
because
rid of Solomon.
not
Get rid of
only
Solomon
is
Thomas.
not only is he good.
Or Solomon. I mean Dante Pettis.
My boy Solomon. I don't care what TNT has to say. Solomon
That was a mistake.
Thomas. I don't care.
No, I meant get rid of Dante Pettis. Solomon has nothing to do with the wide receiver room. It's Dante. He's taking up space that somebody else could be using that locker. Okay, because Dante, if he comes in,
what do you get out of Dante? What do you get out of Dante though? Like what trade package can you send? Because what round did we take? We sent him in the third. I think we took him in the third, right?
Gift certificate at Levi's for a couple of hot dogs, and that would be fine.
Yeah. He just seems not passionate about football. That's his issue. He's not passionate about
Clearly,
football.
he's not.
That's his issue. No. So,
You're gonna play football.
I understand George Kittle's defending him. I understand. That's your teammate at the end of the day. But when you're not passionate, that's an issue because you have to be passionate about your job.
George used to pick on Dante. Remember last year? Dante would take something. He'd say something. George would put a snide remark in, and I thought they had a problem there for a minute on Twitter. Hey, Justin, we gotta go, fam. I'll be back in a couple of days. Looking for you. All right.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Wash your hands and take care of yourself. Keep each other accountable, and please keep your distance 6 feet apart, man. And wear those masks. The CDC just ruled that we need to wear those masks. So let's all keep each other accountable, and let's wash our hands and do our part.
All right.
You don't want football canceled? Wash your hands.
I know, it's scary. Don't even say that. All right. Justin, have a good night. And there he is, Shay.
Ronbo.
Shay.
Hey, my guy, Ronbo.
Oh, it's
How you doing, Ronbo?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. How about you? Because now, when we ask that question now, it's not just a trivial or just a ritual. It's serious. If you don't, when you ask that question now, it means something. Are you okay? God.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But anyway,
you're absolutely right, Ronbo.
But Shay, tonight.
How you been though? You been good?
Yeah.
Staying clean, sanitized.
All the time.
Washing your hands. 20 seconds, Ronbo.
Wash my entire body with alcohol wash.
There you go.
You talk about being dried out, boy. Wow, God, you couldn't put on enough lotion. But Shay,
exactly.
Tonight, Shay, the final moments of appreciating possibly, well, in a few weeks, I guess we'll have to wait. But it looks like Matty B, because I wondered about it, he is. It's serious. He might be the guy that has to go.
No, yeah, most definitely, Ronbo. If he does not sign and he does go, the Niners will get, that 3.2 back from the cap, right? I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, is it that much?
And if
3 point,
yeah, I think that's what the tender was, right? Second round. Looks like a second round, 3 mil, 2.5. It's the same thing. KB, I'm happy KB signed it.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad KB's coming back, man.
Loving it.
The boy. I love KB.
Tell you.
You know, I'm born Polly Samoan, man. I love my Oos. Hell yeah, he is. Yeah, Robert. No, yeah, I mean, again, if Breida's the odd man out, I would love to see him suit up as obviously a Niner. I think Kyle has done a phenomenal job at finding these undrafted dudes and making them, but I feel like if Breida feels, slighted by Kyle, I don't know the situation. I don't think everybody, I mean, obviously we know right? We can't say hindsight is 20/20, right? What we know is what we know. We know that he was put in the doghouse. He didn't get a carry in the Super Bowl. After he fumbled from the Vikings game, I think that's when Kyle, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Kyle was like, holy shit, I'm tired of this kid fumbling. It's going to be TC. I mean, they rather – listen to this. TC had a rotator cuff. I don't think it was torn, but it was dislocated, or it was dislocated shoulder or something, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
They popped it back into place. He was good
and
to
had
go.
him back out
They
there the
rather have
following
given
week.
him carries, right? They rather have given him carries, right? Who's not even 100%, than they would rather have given Matt Breida carries, just because
That's
Matt Breida had a
serious.
fumbling issue.
That
serious. Says something.
Yes, it does.
That has to have said something. I would rather give a guy who's hurt shoulder than a guy who's has a clean bill of health, but he has a fumbling problem. That speaks loud and clear to all of us.
Yeah.
Like,
You
there's
didn't
obviously
trust
something
him.
going on, and I think he might be upset with Matt Breida. Like, I can't trust you, man. So, I mean, if it would suck to see Matt Breida go, but again, there's only one football on that field, and sometimes you're passing and sometimes you're running. Not everybody's gonna be able to get the touches. And if I put my ticket in with my TNT brother Dre. Go get Ruggs. Go get an explosive guy. But I think you double down. I would go get Yetur Gross-Matos because I'm just a big fan of his. I think the kid's a stud. But
What's
I
his-
think
what's
that
his
you
name?
just double down on offense. Yetur Gross-Matos from Penn State. He in 2 years, Ronbo, his 2018 campaign, he had 20 tackles for loss. He's a great run defender and a great pass rusher. He gave 20 tackles for loss and 8 sacks. And then just this last year, he gave 14 and a half tackles for loss and 9 sacks. The kid is just a stud. I know he plays in the Big Ten. He plays in the Big Ten, though. That's why he's not really, he's beating up on Iowa. He takes over games, Ronbo. You can see, damn, okay, this is a
you know
D1
what?
baller.
You know what I say about that? Look at Julian Taylor. Look what school he went to. Man, ain't nobody Temple.
That's
Come on,
absolutely
man.
right.
I know. So
Same thing with Wentz. He went to North Dakota State. Carson Wentz went to North Dakota State. So, but like I'm saying though, Ronbo, like I would double down. Get Chase Claypool. If you trade back, you get second and third for the 31st, and maybe some other future pick or something. Maybe you got to give up like a future third and our first to get a second and third of this year's draft. You go ahead and get Chase Claypool in the second, and then you go get an interior guy, or you go get a replacement for Staley in the third, and then from then on you can go get cornerback depth, whatever depth you need, safety depth, whatever at that point, because pretty much the 5th round and on are supposed to be depth chart fillers, but the 49ers did such a great job at grabbing star players in the 5th and 6th and 7th round. That's what makes us so great, is because we have these guys on these cheap deals that are just studs, right? And I say you get the 2nd round, you get Claypool, and then 3rd round you figure out what else you need, whether the Staley's 50-50. But again, you still have School and Brunskill who can fill in. These guys have already played in the NFL, and they have already showed that they're at least an average or above average at tackle and can protect Jimmy Garoppolo. So,
Yeah, no, they're going to be trusted too.
Rumble,
Brunskill is definitely going to play guard. And they're going to draft probably, but I don't know that whoever they bring in is not going to beat out Brunskill. He'll be a protege. So, yeah.
Right. No, most definitely. You're absolutely right. So, and Rumble, but I mean, if Breida has to go, it would suck for me to see Breida go. But I mean, again, like you said, Rumble, this running back room is filled. McKinnon's coming back.
Yeah.
Coleman's coming back. The lead back is Mozart already. So, I mean, again, it's just, there's only one ball and only so many people can touch it in one game. I mean, Wilson, they love Jeff Wilson.
Yep.
I love Jeff Wilson.
Yeah.
Because to me, he reminds me of KB, Rumble. I know we got to go, but he reminds me of KB, Rumble. All KB does is catch 3rd downs and touchdowns. All Jeff Wilson does is run for 1st downs and touchdowns, baby. So, I mean, damn.
I thought you were going to say, all they do is win.
All they do is win, man. All right, Rumble. Shout out to my TNT brothers, Will, Dre, Trey, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Russo. Oh, my gosh, Rumble. And thank you, too, Rumble, for giving us the best platform. We love you, brother. And you have a blessed day. All right, sir.
Much love. Back to
Good
your
night.
family.
Be safe,
I'll see you
man.
in a couple of days. All right. Oh, man. It's always so much fun. I always usually hate to leave, actually. But we're going to go now. In fact, I'll be back in a couple of days. I just realized I won't be back tomorrow. Maybe, might be more toward Thursday. Yeah. All right. Farrell, please hit that like and subscribe if you just came over to visit for the first day. We do this all the time. Get a call in, too. Check out the Ronbo Sports app and find out the phone number and PIN if you didn't know. All right. Let's have a good night. Be careful out there. You know everything there is to know about this dreaded virus. Fight. We'll win this. Breida! Hey, wait a minute. I did this last time. There were some people up here I wanted to say some things to. let me get up here and look at some of the things that people said. Like Fernando Orellana. He says, Garnett gets Ruggs speed while also accounting for George Kittle. Samuel is a nightmare fuel for opposing defenses. Jalen Hurd, Trent Taylor, and Bourne. Music to my ears. He said, and Leibert's. He said, oh, hey, Leibert's, thanks, fam. I can't, I'm too embarrassed to read it. Thanks. He says, thank you for the show. Appreciate you keeping us going during the off season. It's a pure pleasure, man. I cannot not talk about the 49ers. It just goes on and on. And there he is, the big show with, well, almost every mock has Kinlaw consistently in the top 10. And Ronbo, I sent you Tom's tweet confirming he does have to. All right, I got to get Trey and Big Show together. And you guys, I want to really know who's telling the truth there. Does Kinlaw have problems with his knee or not? God. And John is, fam, really seriously think some great thoughts for John tonight, will you please? He said, I truly can't thank you and all these Ronbo fans for the kind words of prayer. Hey, John, man, we love you, fam, all right? All we're wishing for you is nothing but the best of days ahead. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. Got to get better. And Jay Tad says, can you inform the people that if they want to go check out an amazing draft, 1996 49ers was basically Terrell Owens in the third round and straight bust. Hey, which year was that the 49ers just had nothing but bad news in the draft? That was in, what year was that? I'm getting over that because I said, please don't let that happen again. Was that the same? No, A.J. Jenkins' year. Okay, well, that's trivia stuff. We'll get into that later. Because everybody's got their year that they hated for the draft the most, I'll bet. Where was I now? I could have lasted longer.